For some reason, I was like, yeah, I'll just take it off the monitor after I set it and everything.
Yeah, that fucking journal I got is gonna be here tomorrow, which
Oh,
was
nice.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'll just take it off the monitor.
I got like a journal theme to my character.
I got
It's
a good
so
ass
sick.
idea. I got a good ass idea. We right back to using this motherfucking phone on my fucking wall. I have a ring light.
Hey, that's alright. That's alright. It's not the highest quality stream in the world, and that's okay, man. That's okay.
But we ghetto as hell out here. Ghetto as a motherfucker.
Oh, I just tried to test the video without my webcam actually being plugged in. Oh boy, this is going swimmingly. There we go. I really need to get proper lighting that's behind my camera rather than all that's behind me, so I just have a shadow cast over my face.
Just a silhouette.
I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of my posture affects how like good I am at DMing. The whole last time
Oh, for sure.
I was sitting like perfectly straight up and down the entire episode. Felt like I had to be attentive. Damn. What'd you end up getting from a Whataburger B?
Fucking number two and some chicken tenders.
Some chicken tendies.
Yeah. I just like to throw those in the mix, just a little 3-piece.
Little 3-piece.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll be vibing with the fries, so I'll just bash the chicken tenders and stuff.
I'm trying to get like every source of music I can
Oh
think of
yeah.
that I might need.
Honestly, you should make like a playlist on your YouTube.
Yeah,
That way you have all your favorite ones and you can just like launch them like as you go.
it's not a bad idea.
Cause
Getting
like
a
that's
Valorant ad. Fuck off.
cause I'll send you some of my favorite ones, dude. I had some from last session that had me feeling right.
That'll do. That'll do. I can't hear as well as everyone else that's watching can right now, so I have to watch my audio jaunt. Perfect. And now we wait. Uh, I'm gonna put a solid bet that Dylan shows up with a white monster.
Yeah.
Shit. You probably got the right idea.
Some caffeine, man. It's worth. It really is, honestly. It is like kind of kind of clutch for the D&D campaign. Keeps me focused, to say the least.
Astute.
I gotta find my fucking recap that I wrote too. There we go. Forgot that that's kind of important. Make sure I have viewers hidden because I hate seeing numbers go up and down.
Yo, that's very disciplined of you.
Yeah.
Yo.
What up, man?
Oh, yeah.
Almost perfect timing.
Yeah, bro.
That's
I only committed like 3.5 traffic violations. We're good.
Traffic violations.
Got beef jerky and extra large Diet Dr. Pepper, man.
Damn, I was wrong. All right. I guess
What'd
you
you-
were. I guess you were gonna get a fucking white monster.
Yeah.
Nah, I already had 2 today.
Oof.
Damn.
Oof.
Indeed.
Slight work.
All right. Well, it is 7:09. Is everyone here? Everyone good to go?
Give me like 2
Oh,
seconds.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
2
got you.
seconds.
You're good.
Yeah, bro. Give me like 15. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's a quick 20.
A
30,
giant
30.
meteor hits Dylan's character as he shows back up to the tavern.
Rocks fall. Everyone dies.
Lightning strikes.
They never. They say it never strikes the same spot twice, but it hits your character 5 times.
Yeah, it's just, something weird about the boulders. They always just fall on the same person a couple times.
I forgot my character was fucking busted now. Let's go.
Health is literally not even close to an indication of busted.
Nah, I'm not talking
Busted.
about health. I'm not talking about health, man.
Yeah, that doesn't work like in a bunch of the evocations and stuff, or invocations.
Gets 2 at level 2,
Got a couple jaunts for sure.
yeah. Spellcasters are always way better early game though. So
Yeah, well.
Spellcasters
a
are
good
just
time to have
great
a
in
long chat,
general.
brother.
yeah, I would agree.
Why is Acrobat Reader not responding? What do you
This
mean
shit is
Acrobat? You're
bright
reading a PDF on my computer.
Acrobat reader.
Yo, how's the white balance of my shit, man?
Look white as fuck, man.
Damn white as fuck, man.
Oh, I know.
My guy looking neutral as shit.
Damn.
Now I look less white than my wall.
I will agree. This is true. You look more beige.
It's all relative, man. It's all about placement. But this shit right here, bro. $20, dog.
Why the fuck would you spend $20 on beef jerky?
Well, because like the
Beef
other
jerky's
one,
expensive.
yeah, because 1, it's good, but 2, it's fast. 3, the Jack Links version was like $16, but it was like half the actual amount of jerky.
Double, is your camera loading in still?
I guess it is. Oh, it's because I forgot I unplugged it and there we go. Now it should work. I don't know why I didn't think to do anything about that, but
I got you. All right. Ooh. Everyone, stretch your storytelling muscles.
Yes, sir.
Double, do you know if King's profile pic is supposed to be of him?
it's supposed to be of a character,
Oh, okay.
but he does also say he claims that he is him as well. So it's like he's literally me. I'm assuming.
I got you. All right. Everyone good? Settled?
Yep.
Y'all, let's get to it.
All right. For a quick little recap for the last session, last time our adventurers' fates collided at the final ride in the southern empire of Malnor. all in the need of coin, they joined together for a job to save the lead singer of a band that was headlining a festival known as One Night Forever, hosted by Willem Freaks. Upon rescuing this woman, known as Digoria, they began to find information that may suggest this to be more than just a kidnapping. We will pick up with our party returning to the inn. The sun is just now setting over the horizon as you guys arrive towards what you could assume to be like 8-ish, 8:30ish p.m. as it is towards the summer months of the year. The festival is actually in full swing right now as well. You guys return to a lot of shops being set up or set up already. There is clearly games going on in certain parts of the grounds around you, and the stage that was being set up yesterday has been fully assembled. It is a decent walk from the main inn, but it is, I wouldn't call them like pyrotechnics and smoke machines, but there is very clearly some sort of enchantment on the stage to where there's like a light fog across the wooden boards that assemble the stage, and there is also like what you can see to be large like tubes that have like crystals set in them, and large tapestries that have like a somewhat translucent effect over the front of them. And this looks to be a very, very well set together stage and show presentation. And you can see that they still plan on the headliner being Devil's Advocate, as it clearly says Devil's Advocate across the top of the stage. So, I will now turn it to you guys as you guys trot up on your horses with King still tied behind one of them, a half fucked up and dead cultist hanging over the ass end of one of the horses, and also Digoria, who has been singing your guys' praises the entire way back and thanking you guys for a job well done.
Alright, what we finna get into first?
So, this was still up for debate last time. Obviously, we have to return Digoria to Willem Freaks to collect our end of the bargain.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's smart for us to bring the cultist to Willem at this current time. Personally, I would like to speak to him first before we let him know kind of what's
I
going on.
second that.
One thing I was thinking we could do is I could try and find a room around the city that we can kind of post up in as our own. I can pay for that. That way we can keep the cultists there. I say we keep maybe 2 of us on guard with the cultists. I would assume that Arthur's one of those people. And then the other 2 people can go to Willem with Digoria. I would assume that Bando is probably one of the ones that needs to go to Willem as well. That way we can kind of collect that prize and see what's going on for ourselves before letting it be known. But that's up to you guys to decide.
So we want to talk to the cultist before we go to Freaks, correct?
Well, we can
I think
either
that's the best move. I think that's
we can do both. If we want to have Digoria with us, I just don't know how timely of a fashion we need to get her back to Willem so that she can get on stage. So if we want to send, split up 2 and 2, have 2 of us go to Willem to collect our gold and kind of finish off that quest or that part of that quest, while the other 2 stay back and wait with the cultist.
When is the headliner, Ian?
So
She's headlining, correct?
yeah, she is the a part of the band that is headlining, supposed to be at least. You are unsure if she will still want to tonight, and you're not quite sure of the exact time, just because you guys haven't asked yet. But I'm sure you can find that information readily. So.
Okay. I don't mind the idea of it happening simultaneously if we can. Like Ansys and Arthur, I think are probably best fit to take care of the cultist if the remainder of the group wants to go to Freaks. And then we kind of can reconvene as the headliner happens, if that happens. If that sounds good to you guys.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to get this straight, Ansys and Arthur are going to take the cultists that you guys have wrangled up to a room separate, and Bando and Asher are gonna go see Willem with Digoria.
Correct.
Yup,
Okay,
correct.
perfect. Let's go ahead and take care of Bando and Asher first. This is going to be happening kind of coinciding, so we'll jump back and forth as we need to for a second. Bando and Asher, you guys dismount your horse and you guys kind of lead Digoria back to the office where you guys had previously met Willem, assuming that that is where you guys need to meet. And as you enter the tavern for the first time, you guys actually take notice it is pretty dead in this serving area right now as the festival's going on outside. Everything seems to be happening around you, not necessarily inside the tavern at this moment. The two of you walk upstairs and get into the office pretty easily. The same guard is back again tonight, and it's actually him and another person who just seems like an extra hired help with more people around. Better to be safe than sorry. He recognizes at least Bando, so he lets you in almost immediately. He opens the door. Boss, you guys... I'm sure you guys have business. I'll leave you to it. And he actually doesn't step into the room with you guys. He's keeping the door safe. Willem almost immediately is up out of his chair, and he seems excited and ready to see that his prime star is back. He runs up to the both of you and tries to shake your hands. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And he looks at Digoria and he says, the star of the show. And you guys have seen Digoria be pretty mellow, not necessarily mellow, but she's not in the greatest of moods. But she does have a pretty big smile whenever she sees Willem. You're not sure of their relationship, but she does seem excited to see him, at least for this moment. She gives him a big old smile and almost tries to envelop him in a hug, and he happily accepts. The two of them exchange whatever pleasantries for a second. Digoria, however, then turns to you guys and says, I hope whatever he promises you, I hope I can repay you as well somehow. I don't know what I can give you, but you guys quite possibly saved my life. I have no idea what those men were going to do, what their plan was with me, and God forbid they fed me that fucking wolf or something. How about if we do perform tonight, how about you guys come see us backstage, and maybe I'll give you a big thank you on the stage and everything, just for a job well done.
I love that very much.
Bando, wait. Do we want to be public about this, that we saved them?
I'm not in the room with you.
Yeah, the two of you guys are together.
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah,
room.
you guys
Oh,
are
me
together.
and you. Oh, my fault. I
Yeah.
got confused. Yeah. Ooh.
So I think there's two schools of thought here. We can either accept it publicly, and then whatever we are looking for will probably come to us, or we can go under the radar and try and do it ourselves and maybe get the drop on whatever we're looking for. It just might take longer.
But it's a whole lot easier if they just come to us. You feel me? That's how I feel about it. There's no more looking at that point, right? We just packed up two of their cultists. Right?
It's really just the element of surprise. Do we want to give them the element of surprise on us, or do we want to have it ourselves?
It's not even a surprise. We're gonna know they're coming. We're actively putting ourselves out there. We're expecting them at this point.
Knowing that they are coming and when they are coming are different.
True.
And how they are coming, who's coming, those are all different.
No, he's spitting facts. But clout, free clout. It's free clout. Right?
Yeah.
I hear you're giving good advice, right? I'm him. And I need everyone else to know I'm him.
Bando.
You did 6 damage last fight.
Hey, he also occupied
You're
occupied one of the cultists for the entire fight.
It was a sick fight, I'm not gonna lie. They were going bad for bad.
Bando, this is your quest. Ultimately, I'll leave it to you. But I will say, coming from a family whose name oftentimes takes the spotlight and puts me in said spotlight, there are times where I wish everything I did wasn't known by everyone I come by.
Ooh. right, man. All right. We ain't gotta say nothing about it.
Digoria looks at you and goes, "There's always room for heroes to work in the shadows as well." She stops and thinks for a little bit. She goes, "We plan on traveling for a little while. We actually plan on heading north after this to, I had to look at my map real quick to remember. We plan on heading through Bridgeport and heading up to the dwarven city known as Commodore after this. We won't be there for a little while. We're going to make some stops in between. But if you guys ever find yourself up there, that's probably our longest stay. We have the most gigs there. The dwarves fucking love us, if we're being honest. We would be more than happy to try and work something out there if you guys come and find us. It'll probably be a couple weeks. Obviously, we're going to stay for the whole festival here, and then probably a couple weeks of traveling to each spot we can to make some money. But we'll probably be in Commodore for a solid month or month and a half or so. If you guys can find your way up that direction, we'd be more than happy to work something else out with you guys.
I think that sounds great.
Cool. Yeah, if you guys take note of that, then...
I'll tell Digoria that we're more than happy to come meet the band behind stage. We would just prefer to keep the act, especially with how sensitive and recent it is, to keep it to ourselves.
Sure, yeah. She understands almost immediately with kind of the events. She knows that she might not be the only one that had been taken, or her troop was attacked, at least. So she completely understands. Digoria will once again reach out to both of your hands and try and shake them. And in this moment, her jolly expression on her face that was with Willem and everything kind of fades again. She goes, I really don't know what they had planned, but as to try and be as helpful as possible to make sure it never happens again around this area, I did hear them mention Deep Hollow.
2 words?
Yes. Bando, you know of the place. You passed through it to get here. It's a shady place. It's known for outlaws and kind of not necessarily the greatest type of people. It's not a lawless land per se, but it's definitely not the heaviest iron-fisted, to say the least. But she says, I heard them mention Deep Hollow. Someone was supposed to be returning there. They're setting up something. They kept mentioning a plan to go back there at some point, but they were waiting on further orders. That's kind of all I could hear, though. You know, trauma tends to be pretty hard to deal with in the moment. But I hope that helps.
Look, you already gave us enough information. We couldn't ask for more. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she gives you guys both a big smile, and in this moment, you guys can really appreciate. She's a fucking rock star. She's got some sick ass tats that go down her arms, and kind of like towards her chest area. You don't really see any on her neck, but she's got some really cool ear piercings that like go from the lobe all the way up to like the cartilage in the top. Half of her head is shaved on like the right side, and the rest is like this long flowing like kind of curly hair. Her horns are jeweled as well. They have rings that stick in and out of them. Beautiful blue skin. And she definitely fits the part of a lead singer of a rock band. She looks pretty fucking sick. She's got like big leather combat boots on with some like blacker tights. And yeah, she once again, thank you so much. And she looks at Willem and goes, I think I can perform tonight. They didn't damage me in any way. I feel okay. It's a little traumatizing, but what good art isn't made with a little bit of trauma, right? And Willem looks at her and goes, my darling, if you truly feel that way, I'd be more than happy to let you perform. It is obviously up to you, though. And she looks at him and goes, well, let the show go on. And she kind of gives all you guys one last look and goes, I'll see you guys out on the stage whenever the time comes. And she will exit the room at this moment to try and find the rest of her troop. Willem instantly goes, boys, I cannot thank you enough. You guys may have saved the night. And business is business, and I'm a man of my word. And he goes, there's only 2 of you. The other 2 were alive, right?
Yes, of course. They had to tend to the horses.
He says, okay. No worries. There was 4 of you. I said 200 gold just to try and get the most drum. Yeah, I'm a man of my word. Here's the other 175 promised, and he hands each of you 175, and then he says, and I will trust that you give this to the other folks because they know the price that they were owed as well, and he gives you the other 175 for each of your other companions as well.
Yeah, like you said, business is business. We'll make sure he gets there safely.
Yeah, and
It was a pleasure.
Bando, you remember getting given like the receipt for free drinks. He also gives you a receipt for free pleasure. You guys know that there is a pleasure center in this tavern as well, and it's 1 free receipt for your troop as well for that.
Session 2.5 is about to go crazy.
No, I saw you do the rock eyebrow raise. It killed me.
But yeah, that's he doesn't say anything. He hands it over and he says, it's hard to find expedient help. I honestly didn't expect you guys to come back so quick. Whatever troubles you faced, I hoped you fucked them up and told them to never come back.
Hey, let's just say, yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
They were dealt with.
Okay. He says, well, unless you guys have anything else to ask of me, some questions or anything, I'm going to attend to the festival for the night. I appreciate it.
I'll ask him one last thing. Has he heard of anyone else in town getting abducted or not making it here on time?
So you guys already actually knew this. He had mentioned it yesterday as well, or this morning. Sorry, he had mentioned it this morning. Where this is not the first occurrence of people like necessarily getting attacked. Most people were able to stray from getting abducted, but there has been 1 or 2 more occurrences of people disappearing in the area, not necessarily coming here though. He does not know of anyone else here who has had the same issue.
Does he know of anyone else here that has been attacked?
Yes. If you would like to ask for like names or something, he'd be more than willing to give those to you.
Yeah, definitely. Willem, have you you mentioned earlier that you've had some other people run into the same guys, and you didn't want that to happen to any of your loved ones on the way. Do you know any names of the people who have been attacked and luckily not been abducted on the way into town?
Yeah, he will mention 2 names. One, a woman named Grace. I'm trying to think of a last name because I had the first names picked, but he will say Grace Overfall. She is a gnome. And he mentions that she has very, very bright blonde hair. And the other member is a Horus Stone Tusk. And he is a half-orc male. He does mention, I don't know where they're staying, and it might be kind of hard to find them tonight, but he says they're not on like the higher end. I can try and ask the desk keep for the names to see if I can get them like into my office or something, and you guys can come see them. Because I know where you guys are staying as well. I can ask the desk keep. But it might be hard to kind of find them on your own tonight.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, he'll make a note of that real quick. And he says, if there's no other business though,
I think what's done is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will give both of you a hearty handshake for keeping this festival alive for the night. And he says, "Now off with you. I've got business to do." At this same time, Arthur and Onsis had been taking this so-called cultist back to a room. If you guys want to pick one of your guys' rooms, or maybe get a new one, or try and sneak him in somehow, like I did mention, it is pretty dead in the tavern itself. You guys might be able to get away with rushing a half-beaten man that is knocked out up to a room if you guys lie successfully. But it is up to you guys how you guys want to go about getting him to a room. Or if you guys want to take him somewhere else.
Arthur's not even going to consider trying to hide it, so unless Sansa says something, he's just going to drag the guy up there.
Okay.
I will assist in the sense and try to like at least prop him up to where he looks like maybe he's just stumbling in, like we're helping him to his room.
I'll have you make like a performance check with advantage for me. It's not a super high DC because no one really gives that many shits, but
Okay.
Let's just hope people don't notice that he also is missing like half his face. Just this like body that we are essentially like just taking a dead body up there.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
With advantage?
Yes, bro.
The desk keep that kind of gave you guys your rooms. He says, are you guys? Is that who is that?
I think Arthur's gonna go. No idea, and he's just gonna keep
Just
walking.
keep going.
He's just gonna walk.
The desk keep will. He's not gonna try to stop you, but he gives you guys a very strange look. But he doesn't say anything. He kind of puts his head down. You don't know if he's like noting it for himself or like something else. But he is definitely taking notice of you guys dragging someone up. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just give him like a
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You guys return to whichever room you guys please. If you guys would like to tie him up in any way, whatever, I'll leave
I'm
you guys to.
definitely going to tie him up to a
Yeah,
chair.
Arthur's gonna make sure his hands are tied.
Okay.
I'll
yeah,
get his legs.
okay.
Because this was the one that was casting spell. I think they both casted spells.
Both
though,
of
right?
the robed members were casting.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys bound his arms apart from each other, like so he can't form any signs, and his legs are bound. I will
Let's
say,
just break his hands.
oh,
I'm just giving that idea out to Ansys. We could just shatter his hands. But maybe him screaming is probably not what we want right now.
he is unconscious right now. He is
Ooh.
stabilized,
Oh.
but he is
Ooh.
not awake.
We'd probably also kill him by doing any like further trauma.
Yeah,
So-
how beat up is this dude?
He's pretty
Like,
fucked
how
up.
much left- How much left does he have in him?
He's pretty fucked up. Like I said, you guys stabilized him by doing non-lethal damage and then leaving him be. His jaw's still pretty fucked up. He has a massive gash across his chest from where a giant hyena scratched the fuck out of him. He is not necessarily profusely bleeding, but it is not closed wounds. He's not looking great. You guys
I
also
will,
have a health potion, 3 remaining
Yeah.
health potions, but you guys don't know how long it'll be until he wakes up on his own, necessarily, so...
I'm gonna turn to Arthur and I'm gonna say he's beaten pretty badly. I don't know how much more he could take if we were to be aggressive. I'll tell him, let's take some deep breaths and try to get as much information out of him as possible without doing any damage. And I'll also, after that, say, but if the time comes,
He's like, yeah, this is my first interrogation. He pulls a chair. He's gonna sit down, pull out his journal, and then just start kind of like, he pulls out a quill and then just starts kind of tapping at it.
In this
I'm gonna
moment
take a
of...
step back into a shadowy corner.
Okay. In this moment of respite as well, I'm gonna ask the both of you to make either a history check or an arcana check, depending on what you guys feel most comfortable with.
I will do history.
Okay.
Please, dice. Oh, okay. I got a 19.
Okay.
I'll do history also. 22.
Okay.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Thank you for letting me know. Onsis, you pick up on this. You've actually seen the brands that are into this man's skin before. They are arcane in nature, and they are somewhat similar to the symbols of what would be considered a fireball spell.
Not to interrupt. Technically, I shouldn't take notes over this, correct? Because I'm not in the room.
So
You
I
can
will
still
say
take
that I will say
notes.
over the top, like over table. You can know this as Dylan, but not as Asher. So then you would have to ask a question, or your teammates would have to tell you for Asher to learn it.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
technically, if you want to like color code it, I'm writing like over the table stuff in a different color. If that
Okay.
helps
Yeah.
you.
Um,
So you said it resembles the fireball spell.
yeah, it does heavily.
And where are these markings again?
This brand, he has a massive brand on the back of his back that is like basically akin to like this first symbol that you would draw to kind of activate the spell in a ritual manner, because wizards can ritually cast. This is basically some of like the raw symbols, and they stretch out across the back of his arms, over his shoulders, into his chest. They're kind of all over the place.
And I'm the only one that picked up on that.
You are.
We brought
Um,
a light into a place filled with alcohol. Oh no. We brought a bomb.
so I mean, obviously, so does Arthur perceives the brands, just doesn't pick up on what they mean.
Yeah, both of you guys had seen them whenever you guys were fighting. This Arcana
Okay.
and History check was to let you know if you had seen something like this before, or if you could ascertain their magical nature. I will say that in your monk studies, you have come across certain spells because they are so powerful. And since you are practicing against, you're very evasive, you're practicing against certain things like this in your life, so.
So from the shadow, I'll say the brands on his back, a fireball spell.
Arthur,
Pardon?
you have not seen many magical people in your life, but if you like take a closer look, they definitely seem magical in nature, so there's no reason to distrust this assertion.
And what's that mean?
Honestly, I don't know what that means. DM. Okay.
He has symbols.
I'll look back at him and say,
Of like what
only-
you implying.
yeah, sure. So I'll say I've only seen them in books, but most of the time they have to do with rituals. I
Yeah.
would know that, correct?
It's like a ritual spell, yeah.
Sure. Okay, I'll say that much then.
So instead of like instantly casting the spell, it takes 10 minutes to make this ritual, and then you can cast it without having like certain components available to you.
So, are you telling me this guy can burst into flames, or?
I'm telling you that I think that he may be a key to a much bigger problem.
So, should we? I don't think we should keep him in here then.
I think that him being in this town alone is probably not in our best interest and or the interest of anyone else within
It's
his
a large
blast radius.
Yeah, the guy's already dead, so I guess we gotta take care of him. All right, he's gonna get up. He's gonna grab the guy, and he's gonna start dragging him out of the room.
I will say, as you guys exit the room, sorry, Ansis, would you like to do something before?
Is there like a window or anything in the room?
Yeah, I would say your room comes with a window.
Okay. So I'll say, if in the event that we don't want to disrupt our fellow barkeep down there, we could toss him out the window.
Oh, throw the bomb out the window. Like, unless we're flaying the guy, I think he's still an active threat.
No way.
Okay. Then same thing, same plan as last time. Do your best. We're gonna just act like this guy's drunk.
There was a plan. I was just kind of dragging the guy.
Let's go.
He's just gonna walk out.
I won't even ask for a performance check this time.
Actually, I'd like to try something different.
Okay, yeah, absolutely then.
Front desk looks at him. Arthur's just gonna give him a death glare to try to intimidate him. To be like, "Don't ask."
Okay. Yeah, you guys start walking down the stairs. I will say at this time, Asher and Bando, you guys are coming out of the office about the same time they're coming down the hallway. And you guys see them coming from the room, not towards the room.
Say what? Ain't y'all supposed to be, taking our friend back upstairs?
Yeah, things changed. I don't.
One
I
of
shouldn't
the-
say it out loud here.
One of the members that is like stayed in one of the rooms opens the door, sees all of you guys with a dude that's like kind of fucked up, and just closes the door again. But yeah, if you guys go down the stairs, like you said, Double.
I will just so we see the other two now.
Yeah, you guys are all together now in this moment.
I will grab. I'll just kind of gesture to the two of them, and as long as the barkeep isn't looking, I'll try to be like sly and just like pull his shirt back real quick. Like be like,
Yeah, so Asher, you have no idea what these mean. Bando, you definitely know what these symbols are. Your master has taught you all sorts of symbols that pertain to the arcane arts. And although you don't know the spell yourself, you have tried to cast it a many a times in your apprenticeship. He has tried to teach you it a many a times. And you're not quite there, but there's always been some semblance. And you look at these, and these are most definitely the symbols that ascertain to a fireball spell. You've never seen them carved into somebody. You've never really seen them carved into anything. You're not really sure how that works. But you know that like scrolls of fireball do exist, and these are the symbols that are on that scroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna nah, I'd be like, just hustle outside.
I'm gonna be an annoying pest and keep bantering you guys about letting me know what the fuck's going on.
Say, well, we'll explain it later. We just need to hustle out.
I'll say to him, I'll say to Asher, we need to go now, and
We'll just
keep going. It's like, just follow me.
Double, go ahead and give me an intimidation check, which I believe you're.
Yeah, if I can use my strength.
Yeah, absolutely, and also remember you have advantage on that shit. Or sorry, you have a +2 to your intimidation from your special trait.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
+2.
Yeah, I made sure that Arthur was intimidating as fuck.
All right. Okay. So that's plus my strength +2, so that's 19.
Yeah. The barkeep begins to pipe up again. You look at him, and there's not a split second where this man wants to open his mouth anymore. He just kind of looks at you and just kind of and goes back to like taking down whatever like work he was filling out. He does not give a shit in this moment. He does not want the trouble. You guys hastily exit if you guys choose to go a different direction through the back if you can, or if you guys just go through the front door and away.
The quickest way to get out of town.
Literally, yeah. Like
Yeah,
Literally,
so this is
anywhere but there.
So I want to make this clear. This is not necessarily a town. This is a very large fairgrounds that is owned by Willem. It's very much a space to hold events and a last stop before you go north for travelers. It is known for kind of the final respite before you're on the longer journey through Bridgeport and everything like that. And also a very common pleasure center for vacations and festivals to be held. So there is not a lot around it past the grounds that he owns. So I will say that if you guys are looking just for the quickest way, you guys can go back to the main road and just head out of the grounds again, away from the festival area, if you guys please.
I mean, yeah, well,
That's
whatever.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, my fault.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, like, what direction would that be if we get back on the main road and leave?
The main road, you could either head north or you could head south.
All right,
Are there any vantage points kind of outside of the city where we can still see the play or the playgrounds happening?
I will say there is easily enough to find a like a sizable hill that may overlook some of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to find a good place to kill this guy, dispose of his body. I'm not saying this out loud. I'm just saying this to the party so that we can plan accordingly. And it's not too far away. I mean, or not kill the guy, but we need to just like.
We could
I'm
also
thinking-
kill the guy and then just wait to take his body somewhere.
This is-
and just
I guess
dump him.
I was worried about him exploding.
Well-
See, if we kill him, he probably won't explode.
I still think we have a very valuable, like, piece of information at hand that we can use.
This is a huge chance.
Yes,
to
but
We can
my
take a risk.
My
just
concern
not
is
blow up too. You know.
maybe, but do we want to take that chance?
Well,
Because
what
it'd
if
be like,
he would have done something? I feel like he would have done if he can just cast fireball at any point in time. You think he would have done it during the fight? Now I understand if it's like a. I understand if it's like a self. Well, no, but he wasn't unconscious whenever he was fighting.
Fair.
So the only thing I think he would be doing is like a kind of a self-destruction fireball. I think that maybe we find a hill outside of town,
A one tree.
and yeah, a one tree hill. Cue the song. That way we can see the playgrounds happening, so we're still aware of what's going on in town, but we might be able to try to get some information out of this guy, and we can Arthur can intimidate him. And
I think you're right, actually.
if shit gets wicked, I'll just blast him from like 120 feet away.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That ain't gonna help much if he's about to blow up. You feel me? Like you about to hit another bomb with a bomb. And,
We could also do the thing where like we could give him a health potion and then now I can't believe I'm the one suggesting this. We could cut off a bit of the skin to break the runes.
Oh wait, guys.
See, if it's,
Wait.
into him, I don't think that would work.
We knocked him unconscious before we killed the other cultist, correct?
Yes.
So he doesn't know the other cultist is dead.
He was the first one down, if I remember correct. So yeah.
What if we take him to a secluded part outside of town? I disguise myself as the other cultist.
We can do that.
Welcome to a level 2 warlock, baby.
I can disguise myself as the other cultist and have a regular conversation with him.
That's if you say that in character, Arthur's gonna go. First off, excuse me. Second off, that works.
I everything I just said, I said in character.
Okay.
So guys, I think we should take him to a secluded part of town. I will make myself look like one of his own and see what I can figure out.
I
I'm
think we
holding.
need to let old money shine. Gotta let him shine.
I
I'm
don't think we
holding
should
half
ever
of
do
the
that.
dude, and I kind of look over at Asher, and I'm just kind of like, that could work. And then we'll leave them to their
If you
devices.
guys,
I guess.
so I will say all of you guys can make this check, just to find like a vantage point over the fairgrounds and to find like something that's secluded away from everyone. Go ahead and make an investigation check. It's not a high DC, but just to find something that's suitable, to kind of see like the pace you guys find it at.
Oof, that's an 8.
I got a 20 total.
All right, yeah, 20 is totally enough.
I got
Bando,
23.
okay, yeah, you guys, the three of you guys kind of lead Arthur towards towards the secluded area. It is a smaller bunch of trees that are necessarily kind of on this like plains area, a slight hill. This area of the countryside is pretty flat though. And yeah, you guys find a decent area far enough away where you assume no danger will come to the fairgrounds as well. So
Alright, do your weird magic thing. I'm
are,
gonna go wait.
are his hands and feet still bound, by the way?
Arthur wouldn't untie it, so
Okay.
For show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you should. What? If
Why?
he's about
Wait,
hold on.
wait.
crap.
If he's about to have
Guys.
a conversation with his homeboy,
Guys,
he needs to not be,
Bando,
all tied up.
I hear what you're saying. Tie me up next to him.
I like that idea. I like that. I like that.
Only tie my feet. My rope, my hand rope, is gonna be my Hellraiser.
Oh. Okay. Do you show the rest of the party doing this to your hands?
No.
Okay.
So I will tie my hands up myself, and then I'll ask them to tie my feet.
Yeah.
We'll sit by like a tree or somewhere dark. They will be around the corner, farther away. They can still hear us, but he can't see us. And whenever he wakes up, I'm gonna like nod him awake, like we've been captured.
Okay. Yeah.
What do the rest of us do?
We
wait until
We're
you
line and wait.
yeah, lie around the corner out of sight. If you hear anything,
So it is pitch black out this far away, by the way.
Okay.
So I will say, Asher, you were having a hard time seeing unless you have like some sort of a torch with you or something. As well
I think
as
I do
Arthur as
too,
well.
yeah.
The two of you guys
I
are
could
having a
throw the cube. The cube.
Bendo, can you light a fire?
Oh yeah, I could just do that. Yeah.
Can you light a fire? Can you light a
do you-
fire around us like a campfire? Because obviously you guys need to
Yeah.
see us to interrogate us.
Yeah, we can make a fire real quick. Yeah. I'll
Okay,
put
yeah.
that
So you
together.
guys go through the process of setting the scene almost. There's a fire. You tie yourself up next to the other guy. Your mask of many faces allows you to do like facial appearances, skin wise, and also clothing, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I will double check.
But I'm pretty sure it does.
Ansis uninterestedly, like arms crossed, just goes.
Yep.
He goes, I'm gonna go find somewhere to hide.
Yeah.
And just walks off into the bushes or something.
Includes clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings.
Yeah.
I can change my height and everything like that.
Yeah, you take the form that you so please, and then I guess Arthur and Ansis are both hiding a distance away, out of sight.
Arthur's just gonna go, so how do you explain how you took care of the rest of us? Or is it, what's the story here, that they left all of you alive? And
Are you asking me?
well, actually, he's just posing it out. It's like, what's the story that we're gonna spin to this guy?
Okay, yeah, the story is that you had to kill the wolf, and you knocked both of us unconscious, and we woke up. I woke up just before he did. So you guys knocked us unconscious. We woke up on the side of this tree, and that's all I know. But the wolf is dead.
Did Ansis reveal the names that he saw in the journal to everyone?
So you guys haven't looked. You guys haven't looked through the tome. You guys only got the baseline information that you guys have kind of known. You guys haven't looked through the tome of the Falling yet.
Yeah, not the tome, but the like letter or like the scribing he was doing.
The one that said like the name Jahal.
Yeah, like what do we have like the names of interest?
I did not disclose that.
Okay.
Ansis,
then-
can you tell me what happens? Actually, never mind. I know what happens. I talked to I figured out Deep Hollow, so we're good there. Never mind.
Okay, yeah. I kind of forgot that we had gotten that item, but yeah.
Do you wish to
I haven't told
disclose this
anyone.
information like before you guys go into this? Because this also mentioned Jahal returning to Deep Hollow. I will remind you. And like they were awaiting orders from this man.
Sure. Before I walk away, then, just because this was last session and I forgot about this, I will pull out of my bag. I'll be like, does anyone know what this is about? I found this back at the camp. We found the cultist. And I will present the book to the group to see if anybody knows anything about it.
So, none of you guys, this doesn't even require a check. None of you guys have heard the name Jahal before. Obviously, you guys know Deep Hollow. Do you show them the tome that says the Falling as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys made the check last time to know the baseline information. Obviously, you guys can spend more time trying to read this tome before the interrogation if you wish, or after. It's up to you guys. But really, the only things you guys have is the name Jahal, the place Deep Hollow, and then the tome that mentions the Falling on the front of it. And like I said, it's like a leather-bound tome that was kind of made out of a gross leather.
I'll ask Asher too. So Asher, what did you find out from Willem Freaks?
Willem didn't say much. What Dagoria told us was that they mentioned a shady place named Deep Hollow, and that someone was going up there, or someone was going there to set up something, but they were waiting for orders. It didn't sound too nice of a place. Probably up to no good. Deep Hollow is not a land of the most law. So,
Yeah, Ansis, you don't know what Deep Hollow is. Bando, you definitely do. Arthur, you've definitely heard of it because you know that that's where you're supposed to be heading, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say Arthur would raise an eyebrow when he mentioned Deep Hollow, but he wouldn't say anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Asher, you
I just
probably,
know what she told me.
yeah, I was gonna say you probably don't know what it is, just because you're a pretty privileged kid. So.
All right, and now Ansis stands there and says, "Well, it sounds like we probably need to make it on up north. Do I know it's north?
It's actually
We can make it to
directly
Deep Hollow.
east of the final ride in. It is a lesser traveled road to Deep Hollow, but it is somewhat maintained by the Empire.
Then I won't say that. I will just kind of scoff and say, well, let's finish this up then. It sounds like we need to get on our way. And then I will go hide.
Yep, Arthur's just gonna walk into the darkness.
And you
Just,
guys are
"All right."
within hearing distance, right?
I think so.
So anything goes crazy, you guys will be notified of it.
Totally.
We're gonna,
totally
we're gonna be
come to
waiting
save
in the cut. We're gonna be
you.
waiting in the cut.
100%.
Okay. So with you informed about the name of Jahal as well, you can either wait for this man to awaken, or you can forcibly wake him up. I will say it's probably been long enough where he's back at like 1 hit point kind of deal.
So I'm kind of tied up next to him. We're facing the same direction.
Sure. Yeah.
I nudge him with my elbow to quietly like get him up because they left. So I wake him up, and I
If
ask
you're
him,
gonna say anything to him, you need to make a performance check for the voice.
okay,
Because
Yeah, there's a feat for mimicking voices.
yes,
Before this is happening, as I'm walking away with Arthur, I'm gonna, as we kind of finally stop and settle and are about to watch this go down, I'm gonna nudge him and be like, so what do you think so far?
Oh.
Like, I seem to trust you more than everyone else just because I've known you longer. I was like, you think these guys are all right? Do you think what we're doing is true to what we need to be doing?
Arthur's kind of, as he's like sat back to a tree, he actually has his eyes closed because it's pitch black. So he doesn't actually look at him, he's just, well, there's always something bad going wrong. Got lucky enough that they're going towards Deep Hollow. Bando seems decent. I don't know much about the rest of them, really. It's only been a few hours.
So do you think that we just wait it out? Do you think that we stick with this party?
They're competent enough. Especially with some interesting magic items, so...
But that does
Maybe-
introduce more variables, yes?
Yeah, but would you think we'd be able to handle those two things, or those three things on our own?
Fair enough. And then I will just sit back against the tree as well and watch what's about to unfold.
cool.
Yep, just innocent till proven guilty. And Arthur's just gonna he just kind of has his eyes closed to try to focus on listening.
Anything specific you want to do, Bando?
Nah, bro, I'm just cooling. I'm waiting to see what happens. I'm
Yeah.
trying to be prepped and ready for this
Yeah.
dude to get jumped.
For sure. Asher, that performance check for me.
19.
19?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, you pretty flawlessly put this voice on. You remember that it was kind of like a daggery voice. It's real sharp, almost like has like a snake hiss to the S's kind of deal. Yeah, you do it flawlessly. If you would like to wake him up, however.
Yeah, I'll nudge him, and I'll say, hey, and see how he responds.
He takes a minute to come to. He's pretty fucked up. And then jolts awake. Let me do something real quick.
He's rolling all the dice for fireball.
Facts.
It's just
Okay,
like, yeah, make a dexterity save.
Dylan, go ahead and leave the Discord call, please.
He immediately
Make a new
looks.
character.
He immediately looks around to see the situation. He notices his hands are bound. He notices you're bound. He notices that the two of you guys are next to a campfire. He goes, "What the fuck happened?"
You know just as much as I do. I woke you as soon as I came up.
He says, "Fuck, the girl.
Haven't seen her.
Fuck." He immediately begins to try and move and like try and get out of this situation.
I yell. I like nudge him again, and I say, "Shh. We don't know where they are. They could be right around the corner."
He'll settle a little bit, and he goes, "The fuck do we do? How do we get out of here?"
I ask him, "Can you do anything? Can you break out of these?"
I will say that he definitely does not have his dagger on him. He can't make any symbols with his hands bound apart. Actually, let me check something real quick.
Yo.
I'm glad I'm not anywhere in that radius.
Oh,
Because like, if this guy gets away, we have a nemesis then. We made a nemesis. Is out in the world that we beat up, tied up, and left him in the woods.
bro, he's like a level 2 hitter, bro. We're not worried about Mans.
For now.
Like, bro, I could like smack him with. Never mind. I'm not gonna pull that joke. Let me chill.
So, the only reason that he cannot do something is because he expended his spells. So, in this moment, he says, "The morning. I can't do anything until then."
Ooh.
What time is it right now?
It's about probably closer to 9:30, 10 p.m. at this point.
Also, for the sake of the story and truthfulness, I have an hour until I turn back into Asher.
Ooh, good to know. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I say fuck. I say, hey, I don't have any more spells. I expended myself during the fight.
He says, me too. We just need to rest for now, brother."
We just rested. We need to figure out as much as we possibly can about these people.
He says, "They're not even fucking here. They had the audacity to leave us."
If they wanted to leave us, I'm sure they would leave us dead.
They'll probably be back to ask questions. That's probably the only reason we're alive.
So we need to come up with a game plan.
I agree.
What are we gonna tell them?
We tell them we know nothing. We're independent. We need to throw them off any sort of trail we left behind. We stole the girl because we fucking thought she was hot. It doesn't matter.
We can't let them know about Jahal.
With you saying that, he looks at you in just for a second of surprise. And he says, shh. Don't mention the name. You said we don't know where they are.
You're right. It's a stressful situation. We really need to find that girl in the morning.
He says, fuck the girl at this point. We just needed one. We just needed a person. And here we are. He took note of his surroundings, and he notices that he can see the fairgrounds in the distance. He says, such a perfect place to take them. So many in one spot. He says, it's infuriating. We got so close.
It's a good thing these idiots didn't realize what we were up to. Because now, in the morning when we wake up and get out, they brought us right to our destination.
He says, we need to get back to Deep Hollow, though. We're supposed to meet up first and then return. I guess we could wait. Maybe they forgot about us if we're lucky. Maybe they're just waiting to gather their forces.
what good's returning whenever we can do the job by ourselves?
He says, we don't even know what we're supposed to be doing here. We just know that we are supposed to return in numbers. He says, remember, we just need people. More of them, the better. Obviously, the stock matters, but number is most important. What's up, King?
No, I was gonna let y'all keep cooking first.
Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking.
I'm gonna
definitely-
break stuff now. Where exactly is it?
Well, if we play our cards right, when they come back, we could have 4 more for the price of 1.
These bastards think they got us. What happened? What happened to the wolf we brought back?
Like I said, they knocked me out right after you. I don't know what happened. I haven't seen the wolf or the girl.
He says, well, I guess we recoup then.
So the story, just to be clear, when they come back, is that we stole the girl because we thought she was hot. We are independent. We don't work with anybody. What's our plan of attack when they get here? Of actually getting out?
Like I said, I'm expended for the night. I think it's best we play it off as if we're held here together. That we're powerless against them for now. Surprise them in the morning.
One of the ones that they ran with looked like he loved working in the night. I doubt they'll let us get to daytime. We have to figure out a plan of how to combat them in the dark tonight.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Attack them? I can't fucking move.
What if I distract them? Can you get out if you're here by yourself?
Well, we do know of another sect. I could try and meet up with a closer one. Maybe return in numbers to save you as well, brother.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Which direction were they in again?
I know that they were sent just north of the final ride. Our plan was to surround the place, so maybe I can meet up with the one on the main road north.
You're gonna go through the city?
I can skirt the edges.
So the plan is, if they come to us at night, I cause a scene, get them to bring me away from them, and then you get out in the morning and meet up with the people up north.
Yes, maybe. He gets closer. Maybe Joe will reward us for such a good job done. At this moment, the man slumps. And no sort of motion is coming from him anymore. You can see he's still breathing, but he is back to unconscious. You're not really sure.
I will nudge him a few more times to try and wake him back up.
He doesn't look up, but you begin to hear like a giggle or like a chuckle almost.
It's over.
What's so funny?
He looks up, and his eyes, he opens his eyes, and his eyes are pitch red now. Like, almost like a blood film has covered his eyes, and there's a little bit of blood that leaked from the corner of his eyes, almost as if he's crying. He says, I heard my name so many times. I figured I would check in on my oh so devoted followers.
Joel. Thank God you're here.
He says, You are quite so interesting. He says, if you don't know that I know who you are, you've sorely mistaken. This one seems to have expended his usefulness. I thank you for exposing the weakness that hid below his ever so rotten skin. But I don't appreciate the prying eyes. Whenever my surprise could have been so explosive. I will give you one turn to figure out what you want to do in this moment. I would remind you that one turn is 6 seconds long. His entire skin is glowing now. Every brand is intricately beginning to light up. There seems to be a very, very bright color to the skin now, and there's a high-pitched whine that begins to cook as well, and it starts low and is starting to build as time goes on.
Ansys sits up, like at a ready.
Yeah, I think we all stand up. Like,
Yeah.
Sprint at this dude.
Yeah, how far away were you guys?
I'd say was it like a silent, like, is there any breeze?
It's a pretty quiet night. There's a slight breeze. You guys can hear the trees rustling, but it's not very loud, no.
Is this person emitting light now?
He's definitely brighter than he was before.
Ooh,
They were like, what, 25 feet away? 30 feet?
yeah, about, I think.
Yeah.
I say, Jahal, it's really me. Pull out a card.
100%.
You pull out a card,
Pull out a card.
roll a number generator.
Computer!
He's gonna get blown up. He's so dead.
48.
It's
1 out of 48?
not gonna go well.
42.
42?
He's gonna pull out like a flask of oil or something.
No, it actually spawns a symbol of the god Meridia. It is like a gold symbol with two palms reached out with a light in the middle of them, like this. He says, "You mock me now?" And he begins to rise. Since we are doing this in a turn-based fashion, I will say that is your action to do that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm assuming none of us are in this action.
I will say, unless you guys would like to do something, I will say you guys can do something.
I know what I can do. I just don't know if I want to use it right.
The only thing I could try would be if Arthur picks up like a rock or like a loose branch and then chucks it at the guy.
No, wait. Hold on.
Because I would have
Is
if we're
this
25 feet
cultist-
away.
Is this cultist a humanoid?
It is a humanoid, yeah.
Would he be considered a humanoid even though Jahal is taken over his body?
Yeah, the shape of his body is still humanoid. Humanoid is just a classification of a body type.
So then charm person would work.
You can always try.
Well, a charm person has a chance of like I can actually use it. Whether it works or not is up for debate. Fuck it. I'm using. Where's Lucius at?
So
There's no way.
you're gonna call in your favor? Is that what you're doing?
Dude, I don't know, dude.
What do you say in this moment? Like what? It is entirely your choice. So just think it over for a second, and then.
You said I had 6 seconds to come up with an answer, so that's why I was trying to be quick.
And I do want you to think. I do want you to think of a running clock, but this is something that needs to be done expediently for sure.
Ansys is gonna say, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna take a step back. And I just start walking backwards. Like I don't give a fuck about. I just like fuck that. I'm like I'm nowhere near this. It's like I have a concert to check on.
Anyone else want to do something in this moment? I guess You said throw something at him, Arthur?
Yeah, like if I'm
Yeah,
if I'm
it's easy
25
enough
feet
to-
away.
Easy enough to find a rock. If you want to
Yeah.
throw it at him. If you're trying to do damage, go ahead and roll damage
Yeah,
and
I'm
see if you can
trying to
hit.
just kill them.
Absolutely, see if
No.
you can.
Do I roll damage or do I need to roll to hit?
I would say roll the hit with advantage as he's sitting still and
Okay.
bound, but
It's out of my effective range for thrown weapons that are improvised, so
Yeah.
I think it cancels it out. So it's
okay,
just normal.
then
roll?
yeah, it would be normal.
Okay. Plus. That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, hits him.
Okay.
Would you
What happens?
describe the ground around these dudes as loose or just like flat ground?
It's relatively loose topsoil. There's grass that is about mid-calf height that has been kind of flattened out by like the fire and everything you guys have created. Because I figured you don't want to make a forest fire. And the two people sitting there have kind of flattened it out as well. It's loose topsoil, some like light brown colored dirt, etc. So
Nah, because I was about to
Guys,
with earth. on
I don't know anything about magic, so I don't know if I kill him if he's gonna explode.
first of all, roll damage for me, Arthur.
Okay. I think he was gonna explode anyway, so I'm just gonna see if we can. Well, Arthur's main thing is he's trying to throw the rock and see if he can tear some of the flesh away to disrupt the circle. With that, that's a 5 plus 5. That's 10 bludgeoning damage total.
Okay.
Well, that's smart.
It is absolutely enough to kill this body. Whatever is happening to this body right now is no longer in the control of the mind that is in it. Whatever voice is coming from him is kind of just laughing and cackling. The
How
body
long-
doesn't move. The symbols still ignite on his skin.
How long do we have until this goes off, roughly?
One turn. So 6 seconds is
Can
everything
I-
is happening.
Okay. You said the symbols were going on his back, down the back of his arms,
All over.
and they all coincide to
Oh.
him. It's the same symbol, right? They all form the fireball symbol.
You're unsure, but most of the symbol, like every symbol across him is lighting up right now, and they don't necessarily coincide into a central location. They're just all kind of present.
I have a thing I can try actually.
Yeah, and I have a
So,
question as well.
Because we're level 2, I think I can use a moxie point to let myself dash as a bonus action.
I believe so.
Wait, let me see. Yeah, you can use a bonus action. Yeah, okay. So I want to do that to take the dash action. And then I don't have an action to grab onto you, Asher, but you might be able to grab onto me. Because my idea is I'm going to use this bonus action to dash, so I have 60 feet of movement to run over to you. You grab onto me, and I just drag you as far away as I can.
What if I throw you before you use your dash action, right? So you can save it and go even farther.
I mean, I think that technically works.
It would be a high strength check to throw someone 20
Yeah, he's
plus
6'7".
feet.
I have
7.
20 strength. I can hit.
I
that.
know, but throwing a 6'7" man 20 feet is
I
hard.
forgot.
Yeah, he's
Ooh.
huge.
Ooh.
Reference sizing chart sent last session.
So it is wrong because I looked in the VOD and Bando, you said he was 5'2", I think.
Too. Yeah. But it's like, it's light work. It's light work.
And
Okay, so-
even you?
Not on me. Not on me.
Okay, so if he dashes to come to get me, can I, before I grab onto him, cut an arm off with the Hellraiser?
I will say that in this 6-second round of action, you have already used your quote action to draw this card. I will say that it would require everything else in your turn to be able to because you are bound at your feet still. Your Hellraiser is acting as the rope on your hands. I will say it would require everything for you to try and grab onto someone, and your movement is effectively 0 right now because your feet are bound.
So I either have to cut his arm off or grab on to Devils.
You can do one or the other. Or you can do something else. Because at the end of the day, you are the one so present in this issue. Double is rushing in right now. You can see it. Onsish, I believe you had a question?
Yeah, but I don't know if I should ask it quite yet. I'm assuming the control flame cantrip is not something that would even be able to.
No.
Yeah, this is like a upper level.
At this
okay,
moment, I'm going to put a minute on the clock.
No need. I'm gonna grab on a double.
Okay.
I trust him.
And the only other thing I don't really have any actions, but Arthur would try to interpose himself between the guy and Asher.
Okay, so you're about 25-ish feet away, right? You said.
Yeah.
You dash as your bonus action, and you run 25 feet in to grab him, right?
Yeah.
I will say it is effective for you to grab. You are able to grab onto Double. You are able to grab onto Arthur. While carrying someone, you move at half speed.
Exactly.
So you have 35 feet of movement normally, right? At this moment.
It's 30. Yeah, 35 feet left.
Okay. So half of that would be what, 17.5?
Yeah. So I guess it's just a rounding. Unless he can throw me like 5 feet
Dude,
or
I
something.
think you're chap if you don't, bro.
You can try to throw me. I'm not gonna resist.
But I think you need the extra boost. Like, I just need you to bet on me, Slime.
Then do it. I'm not like we're all.
He's already ran.
Yeah, he's already gone. That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, this is all happening at the same time, right?
Yeah, but I've already pulled my card. I've already got on.
So you guys are in a unique position.
Actually, wait. Okay, were they when they were bound? Did we put them up against a tree or something?
I thought they were propped. Yeah.
Yeah, they're propped.
Yeah. Then I would like to use that movement to try to. I may not be able to get fully away, but I'd like to put ourselves, like the tree and the guy.
I'm guessing
like,
we're
it's
right on the
tree.
border of the radius of fireball.
Well, if I remember,
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
what I think.
Above game I know it, but in game I think the only thing Arthur would know to do is either he grabs onto him and then Arthur positions himself and Asher behind the tree in relative where the guy is.
I would say that is absolutely something fair to do, because now that you know just the scene a little better. Like I said, you guys are in a unique position because you are truly on the edge of what is about to happen.
I'm pretty sure fireball is 20 feet radius, but Arthur doesn't know that.
Which side of me, was I in between you and this guy when you came to me, or did you have to run past him to get to me?
I'm assuming that Arthur was just kind of straight ahead of you guys. Yeah,
so I would say the two of you were pretty much buddy, Asher, because you touched him.
If I'm grabbing him, that gives us like a foot of movement because he doesn't have to go to the fireball guy. He runs past the fireball guy.
He reaching.
I am not going to argue the semantics of a foot in this instance.
A foot wouldn't even matter.
We're on the edge. It matters.
All we can hope for is to get some cover. I think from
literally.
The tree.
I'm on your back. I'm literally my will. I'm at your will.
I'm gonna ask the two of you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
I think you're good.
I will say the cover will help in this instance because it is specifically what you guys are trying to do with the entirety of what you have available. So yeah.
I rolled an 8, so that's a 10 total for a dexterity save.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. Asher, you save. Arthur, you definitely do not. What's your hit point maximum, Arthur?
16.
You lucky bastard.
This is huge.
Asher and Arthur. The night sky disappears in your guys' vision. Everything that surrounds you in this moment is a bright orange phoenix flame. Is the only way I can describe it. Your vision is just entirely coated in orange before you hunker down and close off from the heat that it comes. The heat that is radiating from the center of this explosion is hotter than anything you guys have ever experienced. And even while it is igniting and the body is evaporating in front of you guys still hear a into the back. It is a cacophony of laughter and explosion that you guys have never experienced before, dealing 31 points of damage to who did not succeed, which Arthur puts you 1 hit point away from dying. Asher, you take 16 points of damage, which I believe leaves you with 4 points of damage at this moment, right?
Shout out to level 2.
High level 2, bro. And the max roll.
Damn.
So, as you guys come back to, Onsis and Bando, you have just watched this explosion in front of you. You guys can feel the heat even from you, and it singes all of the hair off of your faces and everything. But in this moment, as Arthur had grabbed Asher, a quiet comes back to the area around you guys, and Arthur is slumped over now in what would be akin to the two of you guys huddling together. Arthur looks fucked up. His skin is charred in this moment. There is soot that blackened your guys' faces. The trees around you are ignited as well.
In an attempt to cheer Arthur up and kind of to thank him.
Cheer
Arthur
him.
is knocked out. He is unconscious.
God damn it.
To cheer him up.
Dude, I was trying to just give you some life. You know what I mean?
Cheer him up is crazy.
some-
Cheer him up is crazy no matter what you say.
You grabbed onto him, the explosion happened, and then he just kind of fell over while he was holding on.
I will say that it burns the ropes away from your feet, Asher.
Yeah, dog. And everything else.
There is a 20-foot radius circle now around what the epicenter of this flame was, that is just charred black with a little bit of flames licking. And as the night begins to come to a quiet, you hear a fade into the darkness of the night.
You said the forest was on fire, huh?
The trees are beginning to catch. It is not a large forest that you guys are in. It is a small patch of trees. Like I said, this is very much a plains area. So the trees that are near are lit. I will say it is not. It is beginning to catch. It is not starting a massive fire yet.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a death saving throw?
I will say this is about the time you need to make your first death saving throw.
Yeah.
Of this session.
9. That's a fail. Ooh,
Someone
That's a
should
failure.
give that man a fucking.
Yeah. So who
health
used theirs last
potion.
time? Onsis, I believe.
I-
Right?
I
yeah.
did,
So
I
yeah.
also used mine.
okay,
I
that's
have
right.
one.
You did use yours. Yeah. So
I have
Asher
one.
and Bando,
feel like
you guys
I
have
owe
health
it to him.
potions.
I
Okay.
feel like I owe him a health potion at this point in time.
I feel like you're the one who asked it, bro. You kinda,
Yeah.
saved
Bando,
you.
what's your offering, Bando? Because I just got so much information. If you want to use your health potion because you didn't do shit,
Bro,
I mean,
I'm trying to make sure this forest doesn't absolutely start burning down. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2 for the health potion. And Bando, what are you trying to do to stop this fire?
I have absorb elements, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
kinda-
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Like I'm gonna stick my hands up and start just like trying to
Okay,
pull this fire out.
I will say it takes you a little bit of time to try and control the fire. Go ahead and read the spell for me if you can. I just want to make sure.
8 health total, by the way.
Nice.
Literally, it's a reaction, right? To
Yeah.
whenever whether I take acid, cold, fire, thunder, whatever. And the spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and stores it for my next melee attack.
Okay, so I like this idea. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me, just to see how well you can control the element that is already like not necessarily directed at you.
Arcana, but 17.
Yeah, I will say that you get a solid 90% of the way, like, through all the flames before it's really starting to catch. I think you do a pretty good job, and with the help of your compatriots, you can snuff out the other 10% before anything
Yeah,
else catches.
I'd daintily walk back over and look at like a small patch of fire on the grass, and
Yeah.
everyone just it just goes out, and
Yeah.
I just kind of look up.
Yeah.
I use the control
Control
flame
flame.
cantrip just to put out a little bit of it. I was like,
Whatever.
keep
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool. Arthur, you
Yeah,
come
he's
back
just gonna
to
roll on his back. Just oh, I hate.
Oh, this is the
This- I'm
second
getting real
time
sick of
in the
this.
same day where you have been fucked up.
He's just like, oh, never should.
I'm standing above Arthur, and I like kick him in the leg, and I'm just like, you really gotta stop doing shit like that.
Then I say, so much for keeping it quiet.
You really not standing on
Yeah.
business, my boy.
Okay, I didn't see any of you guys helping him.
I
I'm
think
about to see your back.
I think Arthur repeatedly.
He's just like, what? He's like, it hurts to like raise his hand. He's just like, whatever, and he just like lays down. Just need like a minute, maybe 5.
The night breeze really begins to pick up at this moment. You guys can, it's almost like returning to a home after what just happened, because it was the scariest thing a lot of you guys have ever come into contact with. It is one of the most powerful spells you guys have ever come in contact with. It is nice to return to the cool night with the clouds somewhat covering the moon. It is very quiet out here on the plains now.
Can I, two things. Can one, I mentioned that I have 4 health points and subtly stare at Bando and not say anything.
So I will say it's.
We're about
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
to sleep.
Yeah, go
probably.
ahead. Go ahead. Just play this out.
It's just,
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
hey, you good, man? Them, you good?
Pretty beat up, closest to death I've ever been. But it was worth giving Arthur my potion because I would be even closer to death without him.
See, well, I mean, yeah, I would assume it would be. You know, he saved your life. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I kind of cough and I say, exactly, and I look away. I then the first step I want to take is I want to peek over the hill and see if anyone in the final ride has taken a notice of what the fuck just went on.
Dude, anyone that's
Right, yeah, didn't the nuke just go off, bro?
Yeah, anyone who's like who saw us go in the forest is like, hey, those guys like walked into the forest and then there was an explosion, dragging somebody. Like
So I will wait for DM to get back on that one.
Like this is.
I
oh,
will
man.
I will let you guys know though that I'm sure one that I heard that there were other sets of these cultists planning to surround the city, and that I guarantee you they heard and saw what happened, and they will probably be on us soon. So we should get the fuck out of here.
The animal also is that body is ashes right now, right?
Yeah, it's evaporated. It's gone.
All right, I figured. Is there like any like residue left behind? We talking residue, magic residue?
Make an investigation check for me.
Don't tell me you're trying to do what I think you are. Don't.
I cast black light.
Someone came here. It's just so much semen. It's everywhere. It's gross.
Who's coming, where they're coming, when they're coming.
I was like, I don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah. No,
I got
nothing on the
one.
investigation.
I
Yeah,
got
Look at
one.
the edge of coming.
it's ash. Everything is ash.
Yeah.
This dude is fucking dead.
Wow.
Can we peer over the hill and see how the
Gotta
city
ruin
reacted?
all my
I will
plans.
say that at this moment, there's a small sect of light moving in your guys' direction
We
for
got-
sure. From
we
the
got
direction of the final ride-in.
We gotta hustle. This is a bad look.
I ain't
Say-
moving.
Bro, saying, well, we don't want to be here when the people show up. Like,
And what
think we
could
should
they
sneak
possibly
back.
do that was worse than what just happened?
I think we should sneak back to the hotel, guys. Like, kind of just go around. Like, around the search
Yeah,
party.
I'll remind you guys that it is pitch black night right now. So
Yeah,
I
and
like-
because of that, well, actually, go ahead. Go ahead, King.
I was gonna say, can I like grab Arthur and like put him on my back? And just
yeah,
carry him?
absolutely, 100%.
I was gonna say I was gonna help Arthur, but yeah, that works.
I just want to let you guys know Arthur has more health than me, but it's cool though. I'll walk. I'll crawl.
I'll
back.
look towards Asher, and I'll be like, I'm not an expert in economics or anything, but you might owe that man a few coins or something, and then I'll continue to walk back to the hotel.
If you guys are gonna try to like skirt the edges and avoid people, make a stealth check. It's an easy DC, and I'll even give Arthur advantage on this one, because he's being helped by King here.
I was about to say, can I roll to sabotage everybody?
Stealth, right?
Yeah, stealth.
Oh boy, that's a good thing I had advantage. Oh boy, yeah, that's much better. I rolled a 5 at first.
All right,
Nice.
12.
Okay.
Total 19.
Okay.
Wait, no, wait. With advantage. My fault.
No, I thought Arthur had advantage.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Arthur
I got
has
12. All right, 12.
12,
Yeah,
18,
12.
21.
12, 21. Easily enough, you guys skirt the light. As you guys begin to come closer to the group of that is heading out there, they don't necessarily seem worried. They're just really curious about what the fuck that fireball was. No one seems scared. Like they're going to investigate, but it's not necessarily an extremely wild occurrence for some magical mishap to happen at one of these festivals. You're assuming. They're more so going to make sure that no one died. That's kind of the extent of what you can gather from it. But you guys easily skirt them and enter the fairgrounds again. If you guys would like to not enter on the main road this time or something, including these stealth checks, I'll be more than happy to let you guys do that as well, to kind of skirt the main presence. But yeah, in this moment, you guys return to the fairgrounds, with two of you guys having just gotten fucked up a little bit. And the only thing you guys have left to investigate necessarily, from the camp, is the tome that reads the Falling in Celestial on the front of it.
Let me. Oh.
I think first I should probably debrief.
Are we
everyone.
back at the room?
I can say you guys can discuss that upon yourselves, yeah.
Yeah. So where are we, and are we going to see the concert? What time is it?
So yeah, on the way back, it's getting closer to about 10:30, 11ish, you're assuming, and it looks like people are definitely setting up on the stage.
I think
Okay.
we need
How long
to...
is a short rest? And can I heal off of a short rest?
So
an hour.
yes, it is about an hour. And short rest, I will say that you're supposed to be stationary for about an hour, and you roll your hit dice to regain the amount of hit points. And I believe at level 2 you have 2 hit dice, and for Warlock it's 2d8s. So if you guys would like to take an hour, whenever you guys arrive back at close to like 10 p.m., I would say that's more than feasible.
I would love to.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea. Let's just reconvene.
sure.
Good move.
And then I think that would be a decent time to hear what you have to say. Debrief.
Yeah.
Mm.
I rolled 11. That puts me at 15 HP.
Okay, nice. Anyone else
I
can
rolled an
expend?
8.
So you're back at
I'm
max?
now back at full, yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I should short rest. I need my spell slots.
Yeah, but so you have your arcane recovery as well, so.
Yeah, you gotta use Arcane Recovery for that, but
I
I
have-
mean, you only use
I have
one spell
what?
station. Well, yeah, you don't typically get spells back on a short rest as a wizard, but you have Arcane Recovery, which lets you get certain spells back on
Yeah.
a short rest.
Yeah, let me read my shit. real
Only
quick.
Warlocks get spells back on a short
During
rest.
this
because,
time, I do
varies.
not take a short rest. I find a small, quaint, high place to sit on and I'm just perceiving the grounds. It's all kind of new to me. I think it's actually quite exciting, rather whether I show it or not, and I sit up there
Yeah,
and I just watch.
It is way different than the city that you left, way different than the military encampment that you traveled through. People are jovial here. No one really seems to separate themselves. Everyone is joining together to enjoy the night. This is more the camaraderie you're used to, definitely, but it is way more people than you're used to, way more different races than you're used to. like you said, the excitement grips you, and you can tell that everyone else is pretty excited as well. There's people, and now that you're actually analyzing the grounds, there's people now doing like the fire breathing that you would see at like a Ren fair. There's a dude doing like a magic display where he's like clearly doing some very low like thaumaturgy and like minor illusions. But yeah, it's very exciting down there.
I've actually at a level 2 I got a feature called Street Smart which lets me do carousing as light activity. Can I
Okay.
do that during the short rest?
Yeah, what is that?
I think carousing is just like partying essentially. Hold on.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm totally down for that.
Let me look it up.
Bro-
Carousing. The activity of drinking alcohol and enjoying oneself with others in a noisy, lively way.
Yeah, I will say that that's more than feasible for you to get down. Towards the end, or actually, if you guys would like to discuss over the short rest, I forgot about that. Sorry.
Oh yeah, we should lock in for that.
Yeah. So
Let's
I'll
do the
kinda-
debrief first. Yeah.
I'll go over what I heard and what happened. Taking the notes down as they came up. Whenever I asked him what we should say in regards to lie to you guys, he said that we should say we were independent. We needed any person, not just specifically the girl, and that we just wanted her because she was hot, right? It sounds like the city would have been a perfect place for them to do whatever they were going to do. I think now we know they're trying to fireball the entire city. They're supposed to return to Deep Hollow. They need a number of people.
Real
I can
quick,
only
Asher, I will say that as you say, like they're trying to fireball the city, it's very curious as to what they would gain by doing so.
Correct.
But yeah, continue.
Yeah, it seems like they're surrounding the city. They're definitely not alone. I know of one set of cultists on the North Road, just opposite of where we found them. He was very adamant on that they need a number of people. It's all about quantity, which leads me to believe that they're turning these people into the fireball subjects themselves. Obviously, that's just an assumption. They're surrounding it, and then he even mentioned that maybe Jahal will reward us if we get out of here for such a job well done. At that point, he slumped. His eyes began to bleed blood and became blood red, and Jahal himself took over this person's body. He mentioned that one, he knew exactly what I was doing and that I was not really a cultist in his army or brigade or whatever you want to call it, and that he thanked me for exposing a weakness that lied within this cultist, that he only had a certain amount of spells. So I think that's something that we can assume will be reprimanded in the future and not be as easy to deal with. Whenever I pulled out my card, I spawned a symbol of the god of Meridia. It was a golden symbol with 2 palms holding a light source, and he got infuriated because I was mocking him. I don't exactly know what Meridia has to do with Jahal, but I think we might begin to get some information on that whenever we open up that tome.
So, real quick,
Yeah, Arthur was actually going to bring up something on that.
yeah, go ahead.
He's like, well, I don't know for sure, but Meridia, it's all about, I don't remember, but they mentioned in that paper you showed us, he points at Onsis, Zeluth, right? The Curse Mother?
I hand over the papers.
And he's
Yeah,
gonna...
so the tome is that reads the falling on it in Celestial, is leather bound. It has like a small like padlock on the side. Not really a padlock. It's like one of those leather straps that you can like kind of belt. It has not been opened yet. You guys haven't read it. You guys just knew the base information of the falling from the name. You guys have not opened it yet.
It's like you found that page with all the scrawlings, right? They mentioned that deity lady or whatever.
Yeah, and
I
you
don't know.
guys do remember the like fan cam sheet of paper that
Yeah.
mentions Zeluth, yeah.
Zeluth, yeah.
With Zeluth, maybe they have beef or something.
For anyone, I would say this is pretty common knowledge, so just go ahead and make a history check, all of you, to see what else you
Banger.
can find out about Meridia.
Bing bang, bada bop, boom.
Not 20.
Nat
Ugh.
20, fire.
12.
Give me an 18. Bang bang.
Got an 8.
Yeah, so Asher and Bando. Bando, you've been taught all about the cosmos and the gods from your master, and Asher, you have some of the best tutors in the land. You've definitely heard of this person. Meridia is the god of peace, light, and creation. She is known as the Ever Peace. And she is the one who started the falling. She's the one who cast the first god from the prime material plane. And yeah, her symbol is the two hands that is filled with light, and she is commonly depicted as a woman with two glowing golden eyes and golden-like flowing hair. But that's pretty much the baseline general information that you remember from that.
Interesting.
Knowing that, I assume Jahal was mad and said I was mocking him. Maybe because Meridia was the one who cast him out. Maybe Jahal is a victim of the falling.
I will also say you guys know the falling happened a very long time ago. It is something that is taught in history classes. It is not a new subject. It's pre-conjunction, and you know the conjunction. Like years are tracked in post-conjunction, and you guys are commonly about 800 years removed from the conjunction. So you guys know that the falling happened before the conjunction. You guys aren't sure like on the specific time set, but you guys know it's before that.
Maybe he just worships someone who was affected by the falling, and since Meridia started it, he's not going to be very happy if he sees her symbol.
Ansis will jump in and say, well, knowing this now, we also know that there are more, and that their plan was to meet up in Deep Hollow and then come here, correct, Ian?
That is what you gathered, yeah.
That's what we gathered.
Yeah.
So with that being said, how much time do we, and I'll point to the rest of the town, have?
To be on?
I don't know, but I think after the mishap that we just had, it's probably a lot less than it was before.
I think we've bought ourselves more time. If they don't have enough people, if we go up north and disrupt that sect, we can buy ourselves a bit more time. If they just need people, right? So
yeah, but we
if
only
disrupt
took
that-
one cultist.
But they wanted all the ones from this town. The idea was to get everyone in this festival to turn, right?
Correct, and we only took out one of the sets that was guarding surrounding the city. There's still, from what I was told, there's still a number of cultists surrounding the city.
So yeah, that is information that you were given. But like I said, the thing that Ansis found also mentioned regrouping in Deep Hollow. So.
Okay.
And transporting people,
Mm.
it's going to take them longer to get to Deep Hollow. You can't really smuggle people very quickly.
So we think that they aren't going to attack right now. They're just trying to gather right now, go to Deep Hollow. And then...
That is what Ansis thinks in his gathering.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think that we should follow them to Deep Hollow and disrupt it there, or defend the city for now?
I think we need to go get them. Like, I think we need to go stop them.
Yeah, you know the festival has 5 or 6 more days left. It goes like pretty much a full week. And depending on how long the people will stay, you guys aren't sure, but.
Perfect. Can we take like 5 real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. This seems like a pretty good time to take a little breather. If you guys wish to go to the bathroom, get some food, something like that. So.
Nice.
Perfect.
Ooh, man. Fucking intense little subjecto that just went on, man. Holy shit.
This
Bro,
shit is heating
I
up
didn't-
fast. It's heating up fast, bro.
I started fucking walking because I thought that dude was dead. I was like, well, reroll.
I for sure thought someone was about to die. Whenever you guys said, yeah, I bound Asher's legs, I was like, huh, okay.
Like, that's not a good look.
Yeah, you guys found some creative solutions there, though, so.
Shit, I would hope so.
Yeah, bro.
I got a feeling we're gonna have to get way more creative the way shit's going, and it's not gonna go very well.
Yeah, so I will admit I was surprised whenever someone got a natural 20 on those inscriptions or Onsis, you getting that natural 20 because you definitely had to get a 21 DC. So
Well, and I rolled a 22, so
Yeah.
that's even more wild. I only fucking had a
19
2
or
on the
20,
plus
19 or
bonus.
20. So
Nope.
yeah, fucking
That's
pretty
wild.
Yeah, you guys really pulled some clutch ass moves there.
Because what did I find out about that? Just
That you knew the spell.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
In this tome, it's like, is it like you said it was like made of some like weird
It's
material?
some gross looking leather. Yeah.
Because I was thinking like, I thought it was just like a history book at first until I remembered like, oh no, it gets made of some weird shit.
Yeah, if you wish to investigate upon us resuming, you're more than welcome to.
Word. That's probably gonna be the wave. Let's see.
This might be a good time for me to refill my water. Oh shit, it's basically full. Never mind. I've not been drinking.
Bro, what was the DC for that fucking voiceover that I had that I rolled a 19 on?
It was like a 15. It's not necessarily like a hard performance check. It's just that it would have been obvious if he were not him. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we wouldn't have had any fucking information.
no.
Technically, if I had to reroll, we still wouldn't have had any information.
Yeah. You guys are definitely lucky that Arthur has just barely enough health. I'm not even kidding you. I rolled 31 points of damage, not 32. If it would have been 32, he's instantly dead.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
you've been beating his ass, low key.
Yeah, it's not on purpose. I rolled a natural 20 on the first fight, and then on this fight, he's the one who decided to go in and try and save Asher.
Yeah,
That
well,
was
to be
such a-
fair, he's the only one viable enough, bro. I would have been over here stumbling my way over there.
He's
That
the
was
only
such
one
a
with enough hit
fucking
points.
ballsy ass idea. I don't know. We were like walking him out, and then I looked over and I saw masking many faces, and I was like,
You're a
It's
fucking
extremely
genius
smart.
for that shit.
Extremely
You're a fucking
smart,
genius
yeah.
for that shit, bro.
I'm
You
happy
cooked with that one.
I'm happy you guys are using the features at your disposal, for sure.
I definitely didn't think of everything that could go wrong. I didn't make that decision thinking I could die right now. And then I was in the decision, and I was talking to the guy, and I was like, I could die right now. Like,
Whenever
Like, bro,
yeah,
started
so
tweaking out. We're cooked.
if you wouldn't have saved on that dexterity check, I probably would have asked you if you're reconsidering using your favor.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have instantly made you re-roll. There probably would
Is
have
that
been
what
something
you-
going on, so.
I didn't know if I wanted to use it or not because I was going back and forth.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Where's Lucius at?" You go, "You want to use your favor?" And I was like, "Fuck, do I? Like, I don't know. is this something so little? Like, what if I don't need it?" I'm very curious, and I don't know if you can tell me because I guess maybe you can't tell me because it might ruin things in the future. But I'm very curious to know if I cut off a limb, if that disrupts the spell because not all the
Yeah,
symbols are-
I won't necessarily tell you that, but
and I
it's
don't
definitely something
want
you
you to,
try.
but it's definitely something I'm curious about. I don't know if I'm ever gonna fucking want to try it.
You don't know if you're ever gonna be able to find out. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at one point it might be the only choice I have, but fuck. Bro, whenever I was like, yo, so technically, like, he didn't have to run to the cultist. Like, we can get, like, an extra 1.5 feet because I, like, kind of leaped over.
There was no way you guys were breaking 20 feet no
Man.
matter what. You guys were
Yeah.
close.
I didn't know if it was, like, 18 and we were at 17.5 left. That's why I was trying to fight for every fucking
Yeah,
hit.
I know. And the only reason I didn't want to argue about it is because there was no way you were gonna get the 3 or like the 2
Yeah.
that you needed. So
Well, yeah, the thing that was like unfortunate, I was thinking about it, I was like, how close would we actually be? And I was originally thinking 20 feet. And if we
Yeah.
were within 20 feet, I actually would have had enough distance.
yeah,
But I was just like, but when someone said 25, I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll just attack the guy with disadvantage.
Well, technically, I'm 6 foot. If I would have I could have just propped myself up, stood up, and then fell over, so we would have got like 6 feet out of it.
Maybe.
Technically,
if you would have gone limp in this moment, there would have been a whole different other roll.
Yeah, like if I had not used my action to attack, I could have done another dash action to have 90 feet of movement, and we would have just been gone.
I was just surprised you chose to bound your feet, Dylan.
Well, yeah, because I didn't think the reason I chose to bound my feet was because I thought, and I probably should have done this from the start. I thought I was just gonna get my Hellraiser and then cut the fucking rope.
Yeah, yeah. No, all right.
It-
All right, is everyone good to return
Yep.
into play?
Go, your cam is off, by the way.
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right. Yeah, we returned with you guys debriefing after the events that just happened. If you guys have anything else specific, I know Bando mentioned something about wanting to investigate the tome.
Yeah, I wanted to I wanted to open it up, read a little bit, see if there's anything important that we might be missing that we haven't already been informed about.
So one, it's a sizable tome. It'll probably take you a solid hour to. You're an intelligent guy, so it'll probably take you a solid hour and a half to read the entire thing.
Can I go to the concert while he's doing that?
So at the end of this short rest, the concert is starting to begin. You're assuming because you're beginning to hear loud cheers and you're beginning to hear some music that is amplified some way. So
While he's investigating that, I'm gonna head outside of the concert and see what's going on.
yeah, if for whoever's not interested in necessarily going to the concert or whatever, you guys are more than welcome to separate into separate parts right now if you wish.
Yeah,
Arthur's just gonna be at the concert. He's just
read
like
my book.
Yeah.
trying to sleep off the burns.
As interested in the concert as I am going to stay with Bando and
I assumed.
learn.
I assumed.
Oh.
So I'm the only one in the concert.
No, Arthur is also going with you, I believe.
Arthur's
right?
with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Arthur and
Perfect.
Asher, let's go ahead and start with the two of you. You guys exit the room and head towards the concert after the events that just unfolded. The two of you have a little bit more camaraderie after almost nearly dying together, literally in each other's arms.
Arthur's gonna offer the token and be like, "You can clean yourself off with this."
Yeah, absolutely. If you
Yeah,
choose to, yeah, you
Gladly accept.
you ping it, and all like the soot and everything on your clothes shakes off, and you're cleaner than you were before.
I'm gonna ask Arthur where he got this coin and how does it work.
I will leave this up to you, Double. Whatever decision you'd make here is up to you.
Well, my second job back in Golden Spire, I met a lot of different people, and some of them weren't of the most reputable sort. One particular guy, a bit more talented in the arcane. I had to take care of him, and I found this on him. Well, originally I kind of found it by accident. I picked it up. I thought it was a coin, but as soon as I touched it, my clothes were cleaned off. So I don't think it has a limit to how it can be used. So I just have it.
Can I roll to see if he's telling me the truth?
Yeah, I will tell you right now, if Arthur is being truthful, it does not require a roll because you're not necessarily trying to be deceiving. So
He's telling the truth.
yeah, easily enough readable. Arthur seems like a genuine guy in this moment. So
Gotcha.
It does sound like he's hiding something because he's dancing around some subject, but
sure, yeah. You're not telling him the full aspects of the job necessarily. So
Yeah. Golden Spire. I'm gonna ask who he was protecting.
I don't really. Well, I do remember there's a spot I hang out at. Some bad people tend to gather there. Just because the place is so quiet. They think that it's a nice place to move into, and, well,
Another story for another time, I guess.
I got a lot of stories, and not all of them are very pretty.
as you guys are walking through the fairgrounds, you guys see people. Despite the concert going on, there's still people putting on like some shows. There's some games. You note too. There's a like competitive card game going on at a table. That looks like the whole purpose is to bluff your way into winning, and there looks like a strength game going on called the Almighty, where it is like one of those classic machines where you slam something down and hit the top, and you get a reward if you maxed out.
I gotta go for that. I got it. I
You have to.
I,
You have to do
it-
that.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah,
was
absolutely.
waiting.
If you want to walk over and pay the gold fee to start playing, it's just 1 gold to start.
Okay.
The somewhat sleazy salesman that's kind of running it says, "Ah, another patron! Come one, come all. Watch if this massive, mighty man can reach the top." And he hands you the hammer, accepts your coin. Go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
All right. Strength or athletics?
Strength.
Gotcha. Okay. Could be worse. Could be better. 16.
Boom! And it gets about 3/4 of the way. It's a little over 3/4, maybe about 80% of the way up, and it doesn't quite touch the top, but then it comes sliding back down. And he says, "Ah, not even this mighty giant could achieve it." And he says,
No,
"You could
hold
always
on a
play
second.
for."
He's gonna put the hammer down and hand him another gold.
Yeah, he happily accepts. Whenever you
And
pick up
then
this,
he's gonna.
whenever you pick up this hammer, you realize it's weighted a little weird.
Yeah. Instead, Arthur's gonna raise up his foot and then stomp on it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check with advantage this time.
All right. Oh wait, Google's. There we go.
Google.
Okay, that first roll is a 19. All right, the second roll was a 3, so with 19 plus
19.
5, that's 24 total.
Yeah, you fucking obliterate this pad on the bottom, and the little like bead, like that is supposed to hit the bell, and like smacks into it and then doesn't come back down. Whatever spring system in the bottom has been destroyed. The dude looks at you and just, "Come on, man." He says, "The mighty will be gifted," and he hands you a potion that is like this dark grayish color that's like swirling. Add a potion. It's called the Potion of Almighty Strength. Your strength is increased to 20, or if it's already 20, increased to 22 for 1 hour.
Okay.
And it has a selling price of 250 gold.
God damn.
And then Arthur's just kind of like looking up, just smiling at the fact that he got it, and then he's gonna reach into his bag, and he's gonna go, "How much did this setting this up?"
He says, "The potion was more expensive than anything else. I figured I'd recoup it throughout the festival." He kind of looks up and down and he goes, 10 gold to repair it, probably.
All right, here. Sorry, that was for me.
He
And
says,
he hands him
"Bless your
20
soul."
gold.
Yeah, he says, "Bless your soul." He goes, "Look, it was an impressive show of strength, man. I'll give it to you." And he pockets the change.
Okay, and then he's just gonna walk away. He's just like, I needed to win. So
Yeah,
he's-
100%. After the day you've had, it's nice to feel. And like I said, the only other one is a competitive card game that's called the Golden Horde. If you guys wish to investigate, if not, you
Yeah.
guys can proceed. But
I will go to the card game. Can I roll to watch around and kind of see if I can figure anything out about the game?
yeah, it doesn't
first?
even require a roll actually. So for our purposes, it's going to be rolling 3d6. You roll 1d6. You say a number out loud that doesn't have to be true, and then you go to the next round or fold based on your rolls. So then, once everyone at the table has said their number, we go to the next round. You roll another d6, and then you say a number again, and you can fold or increase the pot again. And then once everyone said their number, you go to the last round where everyone says their last number, and you cannot fold on the last round.
Do they have to reveal their hand at the end?
At the end, everyone reveals their hand.
Can
All
Arthur
three
check to
guys?
see if someone's cheating? He's not gonna
Um,
say anything. He just wants to see if he can see someone, like maybe if someone's trying to do something slight with the dealer, maybe.
Yeah. Before even starting, go ahead and give me a perception check, I would say. Just because you're not necessarily getting in and investigating at this point.
Oof, that's not good. It's a 4. Plus a. Yeah. No.
It looks standard business going on.
Can I roll?
Sure.
Google took away my dice. Hold on. Perception.
Yeah.
15.
There seems to be a guy that is somewhat in cahoots with the dealer. You're not sure what's going on between the two, but they seem to be communicating using like a signal.
Okay.
Because on the table it is cards, but for our purposes it's dice.
Okay, so you can I get the card and I can bluff the number.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole point, to try and make others
Fold.
fold. Yeah.
And then at the end, the last round is really just who had the higher dice. Okay, he's using a signal. Am I gonna be able to? Can I roll like after the first round, second round to see, or like?
That's gonna be the whole point, is using deception and insight to see who's lying and who's telling the truth.
Yeah. I'll sit down, Arthur. If you.
It's 5 gold to enter, by the way.
And it's how many people can play?
It looks like there's 4 people at the table right now, and 1 person just got up.
Okay, I'll play the 5 gold.
Yeah, Arthur's not gonna hop in. He knows his place.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You pay the 5 gold, and you are dealt your first card. I'm assuming you're playing the first round.
Yeah.
In the background, by the way, there's beginning to be a bit of a rock song, like a lick on a guitar being played, and the drums are starting to go crazy as well. There's no singer yet, but it is like getting amped up, and the crowd is starting to get riled up. You roll your first d6.
5.
Okay, let me roll 3. One of them says, I got a 6. A woman next to you says, I got a 6 too. And then a man goes, yeah, I got a 6 as well. What number did you say?
5.
5. Make an insight check and also a deception check.
I love how they're all just like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, of course.
Insight is
62.
Insight is a what's this number? 14. Deception is a 24.
You have no clue who's telling the truth, except for the last guy definitely did not get a 6. Deception, everyone at the table, you are assuming believes that you got a 6, or you got a 5.
Okay.
You are dealt your second card. Roll another d6 for me. Actually, in this moment, the last guy folds. So now it is down to you and 2 other people. It is another 5 gold to continue going on, by the way. So another 5 gold down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you, along with the other 2 people, are going to keep playing. So roll your d6.
Yep.
Say a number.
6.
Okay. The guy that previously first said his number is 6, he goes, 4. And then the woman goes, 6. Make a deception and an insight roll.
Uh, 26 deception and 25 insight.
Let's go.
They're both lying through their teeth. The man is undershooting himself, and the woman is far overshooting herself.
Okay, so the 4s it's actually higher than a 4 and it's way less than a 6.
Yeah. Everyone assumes that you are telling the truth on your 6.
Okay.
5 more gold to continue. No one drops out.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your third dice. Oh, let me make note of this round as well, actually, because
What is how you're gambling and the other 2 are like researching, like this cult that we just found out. We're just like, all right, let's go party, guys.
yeah, you guys also got fucked up, so I get it. Did you roll your last one?
Yeah.
Okay. The dude, go ahead and say yours, whatever you want to say.
5.
Okay. The dude next to you looks at you. 6. The woman says, I got a 5. Go ahead and make a deception and an insight check.
Strike ones. Bing bang.
You don't need to talk, Mister. On the watch.
15 deception, 14 insight.
I gotta read through my books.
The
Nerd.
woman is telling the truth about her number, so it is a 5. What did you say the roll was again? Sorry, I just fucking blanked.
I said 5.
Okay. Everyone is unsure about you at this moment. They can't tell. You're not entirely sure of yourself in this lie, if it is the truth or not. They can't quite read you, but you're not sure about the dude. You're not sure if he has truly rolled a 6 on the 3rd round or not. So now there's going to be an unveiling of all the cards. The woman who lied through her teeth the 2nd round rolled a 13 total, and the man rolled a 17 total, 6, 5, 6.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
4, 4,
tie.
5.
So you tie with the woman, which means all of the money, which is 5 to enter, 5 to go on to the 2nd round, and then 5 to go on to the 3rd round. So there's going to be 15 gold back to him, 15 gold from you, and then 15 gold from the woman that all go to him. And then the 5 gold originally from the 4th player. So just
Okay.
so just mark down 15 gold from you.
Yep.
For the sake of brevity, we can say that you continue to play, or if you want to play another hand, you're more than welcome to as well.
Ooh.
Or you can move on to
Ooh.
other subjects if you wish.
What if we just do like a, for the sake of brevity, what if I just do one d20 roll, and if I get like a 17 or higher, Matt, then
I'll say
I
this. How about you just roll 3d6 for me, and I'm
Okay.
gonna.
oh yeah, okay. 17.
You beat out everyone at this table for the next round, so you get your 15 back in this scenario, plus
Okay.
15, plus 15, and then I'll say one person probably dropped out, so plus 10. So, and plus another 40 gold.
Bet. All right.
Are
Done.
you're done for the night? All right. Yeah. Having gambled a little bit, the concert is now in full swing. Digoria is up on that fucking stage like she said she was gonna be, on a brand new outfit though. She wears this sick ass fucking red coat that's like a leather jacket. She turns around and it's got this devil's face on it, with like these smooth features and 2 horns that come out the top that go out onto the shoulder pauldrons. Her black tights are still on and her combat boots are still on. She's fucking up there rocking the stage. She's dancing, she's moving around. Everyone seems to love this band. She does, obviously there's no microphone. She is doing the same thing, magically amplifying her voice somehow. And the drummer is putting on less of a show than the other guy, but he's definitely still fucking rocking out. Like I said, these guys are all tieflings, so they have some sort of infernal magic about them. There's a lot of flames in their display. Flames begin to alight on the tapestries, even though the tapestries don't actually burn up. There is flames that produce from these crystals in the tubes. There is red lights that are kind of flashing behind them. And their songs tend to be... They're almost akin to stories. A lot of them have a lot of pain like written into them, like them being social outcasts has influenced a lot of their songs. The band gets a loud applause every song that plays. Every song is a fucking banger. Definitely more of like a metal vibe to it. You guys are obviously have your own music taste, but the music is pretty fucking good. If you guys also wish to go backstage in just a little bit, because they did say they would be more than welcome to accept you.
I think Arthur will, just to be like, see how they're doing. But he
Yeah,
wants to
absolutely.
loud because he's totally not a softie.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go backstage. Can I look around to see if Playboy is around?
Yeah, actually, so whenever you're backstage, you see them, and they're actually having a fucking great time too.
Perfect.
Despite whatever beef there is for them not having the headline, they're enjoying the music.
I would like to go kind of greet Dylan and just say, hey, hope he's having a good time. And just
Yeah, he's ripping a cigarette and he says, "Oh, absolutely, man. I've been up for fucking 24 hours. I'm fucking wired right now." And you can see this man is fucking coked out or something. He's
Doing like Crayola.
yeah, he's being a rock star. He's living his best life right now.
Does Arthur recognize Does Arthur recognize these symptoms as someone who has taken Widowmaker?
No, Widowmaker is very much like a slump, and like it's a euphoric drug. It is not necessarily an upper at all, though.
Okay.
But yeah, these dudes are fucking back here partying with the rest of the bands, you're assuming, and whoever else has backstage access. I will say, towards like the end of their show, Digoria comes back and says, "Oh, you guys decided to show up? Oh, half of you guys did." Either way, you guys are more than welcome to hang out, meet the rest of the bands. Obviously, I'm sure there's some connections to make if you wish. And she makes sure that you guys are like unimpeded by like security guards and stuff. Just make sure you guys have a good time.
Do we tell them about the sect that's up north? Because this could happen again. I just realized because they're going north.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask her how she's doing, and then I'll ask her when they head out.
She says it's hard to hate a night like this. You know, performing is kind of what I think I was born to do. I really love it. If you catch my drift. Me and the band have been performing for years now, and we've just been hitting our stride recently. So, having a pretty good time. Obviously, the day sucked, but I think that being on the stage was the right move for me. And then if you're asking her when she's leaving, she says, "Oh, I don't plan on leaving until the end of the festival, so probably about 5-6 days."
Arthur, I guess this will be. I'll in that conversation normally like, oh, sounds good. Maybe we'll see you in a show up north sometime. And then I'll give her. Ooh, do I have anything that I could give her to where she'd be able to contact me? We don't really have like fucking cell phones or anything, but like.
No, so you don't have anything of that sort. So you are not equipped with the spells that are required, or nor a magical item that is akin to something like that. And you're lagging out. God damn it!
I'm back.
Hey, you're back.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. I just tell her to let us know if she needs anything from us, and that hopefully she's doing better, like physically, obviously.
Yeah, she says
And
absolutely.
then you can start. Right?
She says absolutely. I'm sure I'll see you guys around. And if not, maybe come to the after party one of the nights. We're always hosting people. So.
Perfect. I'll then go to Arthur, and I'll say you make a good point with them traveling north. Do you think they will still be there in 5 or 6 days when they head out?
As far as we know, they're probably going to come back at least within that time, so maybe it's nothing to worry about for now, as long as we take care of whatever's happening in Deep Hollow. Which is convenient for me. I have other business to do there.
I don't know if we warn them to go, or I don't know if we warn them about everything that's going on. Just I don't want to cause worry. I do want to make sure they get there safe.
We should let Willow know at least.
They did say that they were performing in Bridgepoint, correct?
They didn't necessarily mention where they're performing. They just plan on making some stops to perform to fund their travels, probably. So.
Okay, and then can you remind me, kind of above table, Akate Kaigi, he doesn't own the place that I met him at, correct?
No,
he doesn't live there at all.
No, he doesn't live there. He was just happened to be in that.
And I didn't meet the owner, correct?
No.
Okay. Where was Akate from? What city?
He did not tell you a city. You know that he is from the continent of Akate Kaigen, though.
Akate Kaigen. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then I'll say we can either go with. I'll tell Arthur we can either escort them when they do leave, just until they get to about halfway to Bridgepoint, or we can encourage Willem to send guards on their way with them, and even pay for it if we need to.
I think the letter is probably our best option here. Just given everything, we don't know how long we're going to be in Deep Hollow. We're going to try to upseat a cult in a city that's already filled with criminals.
Yeah, I agree. I'll stop by Willem's office whenever we go back to check on the other guys. You're welcome to come with.
Sure. I need to sleep off these burns, shrug them off.
Speaking of the other guys, let's come to Bando and Ansis. You guys were investigating the tome. Bando, since you are so magically inclined, go ahead and make an Arcana check on this tome for me.
Ear. Bada boom, bing. High as a motherfucker. That's a 25.
So first of all, you notice that it's not leather that it's made out of. You've noticed it's a gross kind of looking leather. It is dried skin of some sort.
Mm-hmm. I had a feeling. I was like, gross leather.
That's what leather is, low-key.
It's really stretched out at the corners, and this is what really tells you. It's like pinned, and yeah, this is definitely some sort of magical tome because of what it's made out of. You're assuming that it pertains to the school of necromancy.
Bro, you got the Necronomicon.
I think so, huh? Is it? No, can't be.
Are you wanting to open this tome?
Oh no!
Okay, you asked the question. Do it. Bet you won't.
I'm gonna turn to Ansis and be like, "Say, man, you think we should do anything else with this book? You think we should open it up?"
I thought you were gonna be like, you should open it.
I will say, if you are ever undecided, patience is always something to account for.
Wotan, I need you to be more fucking. Fuck. say what you mean, man.
I don't think now is the time.
All right, and I'm gonna completely ignore him. I'm just gonna open the book anyway.
It's like the good Arthur isn't there. He'd be like, oh, it's a book.
As soon as you unlatch the side belt and you pull the like leather strap free, you turn to the first page, and there is an instant smell that that emits from this tome, and your eyes begin to flicker and like static fills your head. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
No, I'm cooked. Wait.
You just
No, bro. Wait, a wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
I got a 16.
Okay. You fight through the static noise in your head, and the words that are on the page begin to kind of like realign and actually make sense. Previously, they didn't really look like anything other than just like letters and like stretched out. This isn't Celestial though, which you do speak from your time with your master Volmir. You get the information about Azaius being locked away by the Prime Deities because he did not want to separate from the Prime Material Plane. Originally, the Prime Deities were going to separate and rule from basically a safer location as to not directly influence the world. Azaius, however, thought that the gods should directly rule and rule the Prime Material Plane almost as kings and queens. And he said that in his school of thought was often enslaving the people of this realm could help them extend their powers to other realms. When he was locked away, though, he deceived one of the Prime Deities to let him out. And this is, if you want to keep pushing for information, I'm going to require a second wisdom saving throw.
Guys, we're so dead. We're so dead.
Just give me 1 second. Fuck it. We roll. God, I'm him. 15.
The static begins to build in the back of your head, and this time the words don't rearrange.
Fuck.
In fact, there's a little bit of blood that begins to start to run down your nose. You take 9 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
9 points of psychic damage. And the book slams shut. I will tell you this mechanically. You can try once per long rest to reopen and read that section of the book, but you cannot do it today.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I was about to be like, fuck it, I'm him, and open that bitch again.
Yeah, even if you try to open it, it does not open. It is slammed
Right,
shut,
right.
so there's some sort of
No way.
enchantment that is keeping you out. Yeah.
No way that DC was 16.
The first one was 15, and you got past it, so I will not tell you what the second one is, though.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the information you gather for right now. If you need me to repeat any parts of it, I will be more than happy to. But
Ansa says, and did we learn anything?
I think we gotta wait for him to be back real quick. But
Say, Wolf, don't ask me what I learned. I already knew it was a bad idea in the first place.
yeah, it is pretty funny. You've probably heard Volmir say the same thing that Ansa said, and you probably denied him in the same way. So it tracks. That is really all you guys gather, and it did take you about 30 minutes to skim that first section. The longer section is probably going to be the back half, just because it is a little more mentally intensive. But yeah, you guys sat here for about 30 minutes and watched. You literally watched Bando go into like a trance almost. His eyes kind of like were flickering. You did not hear any of the static or anything, but there's definitely an aroma that leaves that book whenever he opens it.
Gross.
If that's all for your guys' night, you guys can choose to take a long rest and fully heal.
Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. My hit dice are back.
Before we go to sleep, I do mention something of like my respects to Bando for letting me watch his work.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone go ahead and take their long rest if they're choosing to.
Is Willem in his office?
Yes, absolutely.
I would like to go to Willem's office before I rest.
Yeah,
I
this is-
forgot. Arthur said he'd go with you. I
Yeah,
forgot.
this is post concert. The two of you show up at the door, give him a knock.
Yeah. I'll knock on the door and wait for him to open.
Actually, this time it takes a second. There's no noise or anything coming from the office, but he opens the door and there's another halfling woman in there with him. And she says, "Oh, you have visitors, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I'll take my leave. You may enjoy whatever business you have." And he says, "Gentlemen, this is my wife, Jody. She helps me run the establishment and the other place that we own as well. So, and then other than that, she steps out and proceeds off to whatever location, and you guys are left to your devices."
William, I hate to interrupt you at this hour, but me and Arthur thought it was important enough considering the business we attended to earlier. We think it would be best if whenever Devil's Advocate heads out north to their next shows, you send some guards along with them to accompany them on the ride, at least until they get to Bridgepoint.
He says, I mean, that can be arranged, but are you assuming that there's more? There's more of these, like, they're collaborating?
We don't know too many details just yet, but we were at the concert and we saw the explosion go off outside of town, and we haven't really been able to
Make
find
an
anything
deception
out of it.
check.
Got you, ass.
Depending on how well you roll, Arthur's gonna like cough out some soot. Like,
I rolled a 14.
okay, never
Ooh.
mind. Then.
Let me get a dice. Yeah, he absolutely believes you. He believes
So
you.
I
wholeheartedly,
say,
so.
just to finish what I'm saying, we haven't been able to find out from anyone what happens outside of town, and we just want to make sure they get to their next destination okay. Odds are nothing goes wrong, but just to be safe, have someone with them to make sure they get there safe.
He says, in like 6 to 7 days, though, everyone's gonna be leaving. You know how many
I was about
people
to
that
say.
is?
If you can at least maybe make the roads a bit safer, any part of it, we know for sure there's another group north here. They may have left. We know they will eventually, but
He says,
they're grabbing
Fuck.
anyone.
He says, all right, yeah, okay, I guess I'll try and get some more hands on deck. I've really got enough just to kind of like protect the place and break up struggles inside. I'll look into it. I'll look into maybe sending people out in waves, traveling certain directions, trying to get some hired hands. I appreciate you letting me know. This is a bad look for business. I can't have that happen to my my customers.
Yeah, I just I appreciate you saying you're gonna look into it. I just think as this festival comes to an end, it should be top priority, just because, like you said, God forbid something were to happen. I don't want this to be the last festival you can have.
He says, "Yeah, I agree. I appreciate you looking out for me." He actually starts to begins to write something on a paper, and he pulls out another stone from his desk, and he speaks into it and just says, "Hey, can I have you at my desk? I need you to run something for me." And then throws it back in the drawer. Depending on how long you guys stay and chat, if that's your last thing, then you guys can take your leave. But
Arthur's just gonna say, again, they're grabbing anyone, so just be careful. And he's gonna walk out.
yeah, absolutely.
I'll-
He says, I'll make sure to have my best people on it. Don't worry.
As Arthur's walking out, I'll stay back for just a second to thank him and have him let me know if he needs anything, and then I'll follow.
You say anything about if he needs anything?
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Look, I don't know if you guys have further plans, but could always use some help around here, especially with people on the rye. If you guys are staying, then just keep an eye out, and I'll pay you if you guys stop any other altercations or anything like that. Especially if it has to deal with these people. Obviously, if you guys gotta go, I understand. Don't worry about it, but I'd be willing to support you guys a little bit while you're here."
We'll definitely be in the area. I can't confirm that we'll be here 100% of the time over the next couple days, but I'm more than happy to help out, especially if the pay is there.
Yeah. He says, "Perfect. I respect a businessman," and that's probably the end of the conversation that you
Yep.
gather. So he says, "Y'all have a good night." And
You
just
as well.
just as you guys are leaving, that man with the really long broadsword and the nice leather-studded armor walks past you and enters the office. Yeah. Everyone, go ahead and take a long rest. Heal it to full hit points. In the morning, you guys are left to your own devices to see where you guys are heading next with all of the information that has been supplied to you so far.
Yeah, if everyone's around, Arthur's just gonna set his journal down on the table and go, okay. So, I guess we gotta get this out of the way. Are we all good with each other?
Yeah, I think we just need to exchange some notes. Work out what the fuck we finna do.
Okay. Just to be completely transparent, I have something to deal with in Deep Hollow. So that's where I'm going.
Hey man, I'm just on the road. So fuck it. If that's where we need to go, that's where we need to go.
Does what you have to do in Deep Hollow have anything to do with the cultists or anything with people with brandings on their back?
Doubt it, but who knows? Maybe they outsource.
I mean, fuck it. We just gotta go help save these people. make sure these people don't start blowing up cities. But
Yes, but I need to preface, I deal with cutthroats and organized crime. So are you okay with having a target on your back?
brother, we almost blew up from a fucking bomb, man bomb. I think we'll be okay.
Arthur looks like he's about to say something, but then he doesn't. Like he's like, as soon as you said we almost blew up, he's gonna just he looks like he just holds his tongue. He's just
I'll say, unfortunately, I've been tasked with committing a good deed, so this might be one of the best chances to do so. So I'm in.
Ansys will say, shadows are never targets. I'm in.
Okay.
That's kinda hard.
You guys have made a plan. Around the mid-morning, whenever you guys are maybe getting food or something, Volmir contacts you, Bando. You've had this communication system before. It's a message spell. However, he is extremely powerful, so he gets a few more than 25 words. He comes through into your head and says, Bando, you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
He says, look, I hope you've done well on that job. If you're not done yet, I hope you figure it out. Wherever you're headed, if it's connected to the job, be careful. He says, look, I went north to investigate something similar. This is not isolated. Something is going on, and I don't know why or who or what, but we need to convene sometime soon, because I do have some information. He says, if whatever you're doing leads you back to the tree, maybe in the next week or so, I can meet you there.
Yeah, man, that sounds great. I'll meet you there in about a week.
He says, okay, remember, stay safe. I can't help you right now. I want to make that very clear. He says, whatever you're in, you need to take care of it on your own so that we can convene again.
Understood.
He says,
I ain't doing nothing but straight chief. We'll be alright.
he gives you a chuckle. He says, I trust you. Safe travels.
Word. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, in about a week or so, he would like to reconvene with you and discuss information.
Word.
Also, are you guys on the way out of town? Is that what your guys' plan is?
I want to stop by the arms dealer, armsmith, or the
Yeah,
weaponsmith.
Yeah, there was a
Before I
guy
come
that was
down.
selling arms.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you guys would like to, what are you guys looking for in particular?
I'm looking for javelins.
A
Okay.
gun.
I would also love a gun.
A tool.
Like a flintlock, I'd take it.
Bro, don't let me pull out the mouse tool.
So firearms have not quite been widespreadly invented. This man does not have one. I will say that there is a small niche for them. They do exist in this world. It is just not common and strongly protected technology. However, this man is selling plenty of javelins. I will say that a group of 5 will probably run you about 2-3 gold. And it would be easy enough for you to carry about 5 or so on your person at a
All right,
time.
I'll take that.
Yeah. They come in like this nice, almost like something to hold arrows in, but it just slings across your back. You cap it off, and then you can pull a javelin out and chuck. You can add javelins to your inventory. I don't remember the dice roll for them, but
I can find it.
Yeah. Anyone else?
1 second.
What about smoke bombs?
I will say not from this vendor, but absolutely you can find something like that around here. I will say it'll run you about a gold for a pack of 2 though, because these does include like some sort of gunpowder type material probably. So a gold for
Okay.
2, and however many you're buying.
Okay. What else could I possibly? There were a few things I was thinking of, and I was like, I might need to have this on hand.
I would check some of your spells to see if they have components that require gold cost, because although your Arcane Focus replaces some of the like generic components that don't have a gold cost, there are some spells that require materials such as like a golden chalice or something like that. So I will remind you of that before you leave town. However many smoke bombs, just mark down that amount of gold. While you're checking that, anyone else?
Can I? Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, at this point in time, Ansys is just standing in the middle of the road, foggy eyes, just looking around in the middle of the street at all of the shops and stuff. And what other shops are there? What can you?
There's
What does
some
he see?
there's some shops that look like more peculiarities, some like light magical items per se. Definitely nothing that is akin to weaponry that is enchanted, but some
Right.
small magical items. And then there's also a potion seller as well.
Actually, I do have a request.
Yeah, what's up?
Is the arms dealer potentially just selling just steel or just like iron spheres? Could I replace a javelin with just a metal ball that I can
Oh,
throw?
I would say so. It's about I would say I would say he dismembers maybe like a ball and chain, and
Okay.
he says, "If you want it, 5 gold for the ball."
I'll
And
take that.
It is a just solid baseball shaped iron ball.
All right.
Okay, I have a grocery list.
Okay.
How much is a sun rod?
A sun rod? Okay, so you're looking for a magical item.
No, it's a 1 foot long gold tipped iron rod that glows brightly when
Oh,
struck.
this is the material you need, right?
No, I don't think so. Maybe
Okay.
I'm just buying it because I need a torch.
So I would say that if you want, I would say no one has this
Okay.
at these stores. You can buy a torch, and can probably buy a flint and steel for less than a gold. I'd say 5 silver.
A torch and a flint and steel for 5 silver.
Yeah, they're general
Okay.
goods for
And
travelers.
I can carry these on me. Do I need a backpack or am I good on carrying?
The weight is 1, so just mark that they're on your person. I'm not too much of a stickler on weight, so don't worry about it too much.
Okay, and then spyglass.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be about a 10 gold piece spyglass, as they are not necessarily easiest objects to make. It's fine glassware, fine copperware, etc. But yeah, add it to your person as well.
Yeah, and then grappling hook.
I will say no one has a grappling hook.
Anywhere in this world.
Not anywhere in this world. In this.
Okay, I just know I didn't know if they were like
no, at the
patented.
current shops, they would not be something that is sold around here. It is something that you just have to procure somewhere else, maybe at like a general goods store in like a city.
Okay, I would assume this motherfucker doesn't have makeup.
Ooh, there's definitely someone that is selling makeup.
I'd love to buy some makeup.
If you want to buy a disguise kit,
Nope, just makeup.
just makeup. Okay, yeah. Say 2 gold pieces for some makeup.
Okay.
Whoa, you think I'd be using this for nefarious deeds? No, no. I'm trying to look pretty.
Suave.
Okay. I believe that's. Is he selling any health potions or anything like that?
So there is a potion maker who is selling the standard health potions.
How much do they cost?
He
Yeah,
has
what?
3 on hand, and they cost. Let me pull it up again.
Potions are pretty expensive.
They're not cheap.
I'm rich.
They're 50 GP
Let's see.
each,
What the fuck?
and
Yeah,
they're
let's
the
go.
they're the 2d4 plus 2 ones. So
Yeah, I'll buy one of those.
you'll buy one.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you resisted the urge to say potion seller.
Potion seller, give me
Yeah,
your finest
potion-
wares.
Your finest potions. Your
um,
strongest potion.
if you want to ask him what other potions he has on hand as well,
What other potions do you have?
Your strongest.
your strongest
Strongest
potions.
potions. I'm going into battle.
Oh
me your walk.
He has a.
potion of lean.
You have a potion of walk.
He has a potion of water breathing on him that will run about, I want to say 65 GP, and it allows you to breathe underwater for 1 hour after drinking it.
Okay.
And then there is also a potion of a potion of fire breath. After drinking this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. The target must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, take 4d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half much damage on a successful one. The effect ends after you exhale fire 3 times, or when 1 hour has passed. This one will run you about 95 GP.
30 feet? Dude, could you imagine doing that to someone 30 feet away?
Bro,
Does it cost an action to use the potion?
Yes, it does. You can use bonus action. Sorry, bonus action.
So it's a bonus action to use the potion,
Mhm.
and then I have to wait till my next turn to use a bonus action again to actually breathe.
Mhm.
I'll pass on that one for now. I don't want to do the other ones.
Yeah, that one's 95 GP, and then the other water breathing one is 65 GP if anyone wants to pick it up. If not,
Oh yeah,
We
did
can
y'all
make-
ever give us the gold that we rode?
No.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Damn. I kind of assumed like I would just get the shit.
We can assume that we have it. That's fine.
yeah, I didn't mean.
It
to
is
not-
my bad. 'Cause I
I was
wasn't
just,
gonna use it.
that's why I was asking. I was like, if you guys kept it, I'm totally fine with that. Like,
We
I just
are-
want to know.
No, we didn't rob y'all. We just kind of forgot.
We were
I
dealing with
haven't
the-
accounted it anywhere on my stats. I just
Literally,
figured-
literally.
Yeah.
yeah, if it's separated, make sure you note the, and then
Yes.
there is also, like I said, a low-end magical items seller. If you guys would like to, I think Brandon had seen those, so.
That's
Need
gross.
Yeah.
that. Need that. Send me there.
I'm gonna go there purely to see, do they have any more mystery keys?
The fuck is a mystery key?
It's what
Yeah.
items they have.
Yeah, there's another mystery key. I would say it marks you 20 gold.
I will buy another mystery key just because I think it's funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
This dude said, "Where's the mouse tool at?"
And then there is also an item called the Metal of Muscle. You can
Need that.
squeeze this metal tightly in your palm. Doing so gives you advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws for 1 hour. It can only be used once, though, and it'll run you
Oh.
about 45 GP.
I'll hold off.
I'm gonna buy it.
45 GP, and add the Metal of Muscle to your list of items. I will say there's quite a few sellers of Mayula around here, and Mayula glassware as well, Onsis, if you're
Chief!
interested.
Chief.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the nearest glass shop and see see what's around, and I'm gonna see if there's a shopkeeper.
Is there
or something there.
anything in particular that you think you would be looking for, or if you have some like an order in mind, it might be back if you guys want to return to the festival.
Where's my fine as Rifa?
I would just like to know what he has first. Or they,
There
what
is,
they have.
yeah, it's a woman that owns the shop. She has a really short haircut, almost a buzz cut, I would presume, but it does have like almost like a mohawk down the center. She's got fucking tats all up and down her body. She wears like a really thin, like net shirt, with obviously a bra underneath to cover her chest. But as soon as you enter, it's like a small tent that she has set up, and there's a lot of beautiful glassware in here. There's like not necessarily a pipe, but it's almost like a grenade shape that is in like a red glass with a face on it that has closed eyes and a big grin on it, and it has two horns coming from it like a devil. And in the back, it has like a little piece that you can smoke out of, and then you pack it into the mouth is what it looks like.
I will. I'll examine the piece and say, and basically admire the craftsmanship and the
Yeah, it's really
artistry.
beautiful.
Striking up some sort of conversation with her. I'll tell her that I also am into glass blowing, and while I'm not charismatic,
I think that you guys share a common interest where if you're looking to buy something, it'll definitely help out.
because I'm not necessarily trying to swindle her, but
Yeah.
I am going to reach into my bag and I'm going to pull out a pipe as well. That
piece.
is, it's kind of, it's not necessarily conventional. It's definitely more of a table piece, but it's in this tiny little protected pouch, and it's in the shape of a very small, slender dragon, more of like a serpent. And you basically you kiss its lips to hit it, and I'll present it to her and say, I'm not from around here, but I've read of these in many a book. I'd like for you to have this.
Okay.
And I give her the piece.
She looks at it and absolutely admires the craftsmanship. She doesn't seem to have a piece quite like it. What color is this dragon?
This dragon it's kind of like an opaque crystalline black. It's very you can almost see through it, but not quite.
Yeah.
And it's all very it's kind of like a two-tone, so it's really dark at the mouth and it gets really crystal clear towards the tail.
Absolutely. She says, this is beautiful work. You want to part ways with this, yeah?
Yeah, I'd like for you to have it.
She says, pick one piece and it's yours. Fair trade. And if you want to ask around for a couple other pieces, there is a it looks like it is very much not a smoking piece actually, but it is like a small vase-like shape, and it, instead of like a shape of a face or anything like a creature, it is actually meant to look like glass-stained windows on a church. And then there is another piece that is a smoking piece that's this really long pipe that's almost in the shape of a Nike swoop, that has like this really long stem on it, and it actually curls all the way up. And the bowl is pretty like almost cartoonishly large, and it's this really beautiful green color that fades to a black as it goes to the tip. And there's like intricate designs in the stem as well. It's definitely a nicer piece than the devil face, but yeah. If you're wishing for anything in particular, it may be like an order from her.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna just say, well, I think all of these pieces are wonderful. I have a lot of adventuring ahead of me. I think that the devil piece is the only one that I could carry safely. So I will take that one, and I will just wish her well. I'll say I hope to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. You take it, and she'll grab you and like kind of like pull you in, like, and be like, that one it's a little bit special, by the way. Just just be prepared for it. And she kind of like pats you on the butt and sends you out the way.
Cool. Just knowing that she's like one of the only true like wholesome interactions like I've had in the real world so far that wasn't just like premeditated and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm almost like shocked at this experience, and I wrap it up and I put it away.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Because I have a fascination with fire and dragons.
Mhm.
Did I notice homeboy up there looking at the fire breath?
Oh,
thing?
absolutely. Yeah, everyone saw these shops. So
Okay, sounds good. I'll buy that.
yeah, 95 GP.
Yep.
Whenever the time comes, just look up the potion of fire breathing, and it should come up. So.
Cool.
Other than that, if you guys wish to journey for the next 2 days to Deep Hollow, or if you guys wish to try and find some horses to shorten this journey, I will say.
If there's some health potions, I would like to buy a health potion.
Oh yeah, you saw the same 3 that was seen by Asher. It is 50 GP for 1, and there's 2 left after he bought 1.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll buy one.
50 GP.
Actually, I'll buy both of them.
100 GP?
I don't want this gold. I've noticed that everyone is fucking down, and I just like I'm compelled to just make sure everyone doesn't die.
Fair enough. I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
That leaves me with 35 GP.
Brony
While
sees
shopping.
that.
Arthur's trying to show Bando how to like throw a punch, like that's like the way he's just like, so he's like, so you twist into it,
It's
right?
like,
Yeah, it's like there you go. It's like when you twist your whole body into it. I'm not sure how it is with the whole shell thing, but when you twist it, you get the most power.
fuck no, they got too much. I ain't got enough room to move like that. You gotta show me a little something different.
Well, I mean, you got the claws that help out a lot, so maybe like a straight is better for you, so you can pierce through.
Okay. So you want the fucking quick jab type shit, yeah?
Yeah, you're gonna kind of move it faster. I mean, since you got magic, I bet you probably have some more effective stuff. But when you're ever in a pinch, you got that.
Word, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is there a leather worker in town?
I'd say you could find one, sure.
We should
Do
buy a
you-
horse.
That's what I'm asking is, do you think the leather worker could make or has one on hand, a saddle that would allow Bando to ride the horse?
I don't want one, bro. Nah, it's the bit for the series.
You're gonna have to roll. You're gonna have to roll to
I'm
save
him.
out every time.
I'm him. Moving
Alright,
on.
fuck it.
I will say
Yeah,
that
you know what,
even if you guys try to investigate, there is definitely not one. Portals are exceptionally rare, and they are exceptionally rare body types. It would have to be an order that could probably take 2 or 3 days to make. So.
And we gotta hope the person's able to like make one like that, like they're good enough to do it.
Literally.
What if
So
we bought? What if we just use my horse and we got a carriage?
Is there a carriage we could buy around here?
Back it up.
You guys see some people around that have like a wagon type deal, not necessarily a nice carriage. There's not many rich folk that come through this festival. You might
Well, the wagon
see,
works too.
yeah. So I would say it would be a barter to that like these specific people, because there's not really a place here that's selling one.
Yeah.
If you want to try, it'd be some persuasion checks, just to be able to get the chance to buy it, and it'd be a pretty steep price. Because you're assuming that they probably brought themselves here on it.
I ain't bugging too bad. Fuck all that. It's a lot of money I ain't got.
I think we can for sure try to get a wagon at least at Deep Hollow. But for now, we may just need to try to get there first.
I'm gonna be
Because like we already have to take care of one horse.
I will
Or
remind you.
potentially two.
I will remind you guys of the mechanic where you guys can push through a night to travel. It'll just cost you a point of exhaustion upon arriving. It is a 2-day travel to Deep Hollow at a walking/brisk pace. If everyone had means of horse travel, and there was no reason that you guys were slowed down, it would be about a day, and maybe a little bit into the night. But that's what you're looking at right now.
I think.
y'all thinking too hard.
My horse is here.
I'll strap up.
Yeah, I think
nigga.
we
I'm
gotta
good.
we gotta buy another horse.
Yeah.
Or rent another one.
So you returned the horse previously with
Yeah.
no damage or anything, so it was at like no cost pretty much. The same deal stands though, where it's probably gonna run you about 50 gold to buy the horse right now, just because he is being a little lenient because he knows what you did for the boss. So
I'll buy the horse. I'll buy
50,
the horse.
yeah, 50 GP for this horse instead of the original 150 or 200 or whatever. So
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was.
yeah, it's steep. He knows that you guys helped the boss out and that something is still going on. The
And
word
he
the word is out
wants-
to the employees, by the way.
He
So
wants my entire shaft. So
he does like you.
So yeah, we can get the horse. Ansus, you know how to drive a horse, right?
I do
Drive
not ride a
crazy.
horse. I ain't got
Exactly.
no money, but I will drive that horse.
All right.
Yeah.
So we can get there as soon as we can because we don't know how long into this cult it does a no Russian. Like I don't know.
That is going to be the toughest thing to have to experience as a young monk.
We already almost had a place filled with innocent people get exploded. So like,
Yeah, you guys buy this horse. If you guys are leaving immediately, I will say that it will take you a solid 15 hours, which will be pushing into that point of exhaustion to get to Deep Hollow in a brisk manner, and your horses will also be just as tired at the end of the travel, so you guys would not be able to travel again for at least another day.
quick question: what does exhaustion mean?
So exhaustion, let me pull up the exact rules. It is a bunch of disadvantages.
yeah, they go. There's like tiers of exhaustion.
Yeah, 1 point of exhaustion is not the end of the world, but 1 point of exhaustion. Shit, I can't find the.
I believe the level 1 exhaustion is just a disadvantage on all ability checks.
I
while
think
you're
that is
exhausted.
exactly it. Yeah, so level 1 disadvantage on ability checks. Yep. You guys would have a disadvantage on all ability checks until you guys long rest. Which could be as soon as you get there. I'm just saying that you guys will arrive pushing past the normal amount. So
And long rests only get rid of 1 point of exhaustion. So if you have
Yes.
multiple, you have to take multiple days to.
yeah.
I'm down to go there and rest as soon as we get there.
I think since we're gonna rest when we get there, I think we should just stop before we push too far into the night, sleep, and then get there in the day. So we have time to
Yeah.
like look around because I think Deep Hollow at night is gonna be really dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, I
agree.
with that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I think we have time to look around in the day, and then we can get really into it at night.
Yeah. Before you guys leave, there's this weird moment. I don't know if you guys have heard of a phenomenon called the Manhattan Minute, where everything is silent. And it's weird because there's no voices, there's no like crowd drum, there's no music going on. There's just kind of this stillness everywhere around you. And if you guys actually walk out of the stables as you guys are trying to leave, you realize there's people in the street stopped. And there's people mid-conversation, mouth agape, not moving. But you guys are free. It's really weird. And almost like if you like try to like shake it off and try and like move on, the sky begins to take on this deep color. And at the edge of your vision it starts to darken as well. And all of a sudden, the four of you are in this vacuous space with a man. This man is extremely beautiful if it wasn't for the blood trickling down his face and the somewhat disarrayed hair, but he has dark skin, bright red eyes with blood dripping out the corners, a beautiful red robe that flows with golden edges, but he leaves the chest exposed that just shows thousands upon thousands of cuts. None of them are open, all of them have scarred. And he doesn't look angry or anything in this moment. He just speaks. You know, I didn't expect you saving that little girl to be a good thing. She had such a sweet smell. That soul I would have. Ooh. But her presence attracts a surprising amount of people. You might have saved me the trouble of journeying elsewhere. I do thank you so much. I do hate annoyances, but I hate travel so much more. I will see you soon. Ta-ta. But I can't wait to speak to you again. And he almost blows a kiss to all of you. And then almost you're thrust back into the moment, and people have returned to speaking, and there's noise again. The crowd drums back up, and the music is continuing as well.
There's always something, and Arthur's gonna continue.
This shit getting wicked in this motherfucker, huh?
Yeah, all of you guys were in the space together, so you guys all saw this.
Looks like we're in it deep.
Fuck it. Let's get a move on then.
It's
Yeah.
a good thing I have friends in deeper places.
What?
Another time.
Got it. Always some.
Yeah, you
He's
guys
good,
mount
bro.
up and you guys rush as fast as you can for the day of travel. Someone make a survival check for me just to find a good place to bed down.
Hanger. 16?
16? Yeah, that's good enough for you guys to avoid any sort of conflict at night, I'll say. You guys find a place where you guys don't have to roll for the encounter chart.
If it changes anything, I nat 20'd it.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys find the perfect spot. No one will bother you here. All of you guys can take a long rest and continue in the morning. Are you guys trying to wake up like bright and early and just get there as soon as possible?
I think so.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys take the shortest amount of time possible to rest. I will say, you guys get on the road again about 5:36 a.m. and you guys show up about 6:37 a.m. to Deep Hollow. Or probably closer to about 8, 9. Sorry.
Yeah.
Probably closer to 8 or 9. This city is strange. It is nothing like the cities that you are used to. It is on the verge of the swamp that you're familiar with, Bando, known as the Tideswallow Grove. So it's muggier here than expected because you would expect the climate to be about the same as the Final Ride Inn, but it is definitely muggier. The air is thick with moisture, and it definitely shows in the architecture of this place that it's darkened woods that make up the structures. There's mud just everywhere in the streets. It's not really like stone paths. It is not massive by any means, and everything around you looks closed, even though you can see people going in and out of it. It is not a very welcoming sight. And at the very middle of what you guys have traveled into, there's this like crooked black tree that's like kind of extending out. It looks like it might have once had grass around it and leaves on its branches, but they are no more by now. But yeah, you guys have arrived in Deep Hollow in a timely manner. You guys don't catch as many strange looks as the last time you showed up somewhere. Strange bedfellows are pretty common around here, you're assuming. People don't really pay you mind. People specifically avoid you guys in many instances. But yeah, you guys are left to your devices here right now.
Okay. Fuck. Alright, so we're here. We gotta find this fucking cult. Right? It's the middle of the fucking day. So where the fuck are we gonna find
Yeah, it's
this
really early in the
mud?
morning right now.
Right. So I'm not hungry. I don't need no damn food. Alright.
Playing for a little bit. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Let's think about this. Where the fuck would you find a fucking cult? You know? My
Well,
my
so
my thought My thought, right? One of us
Yeah,
just
what's
gotta
up?
get snatched the fuck up. One of us just gotta get snatched the fuck up. Yeah, we can track them from there. All right.
I already did that shit once.
I don't think we know for sure if they're grabbing people here, and they're grabbing just anyone, so we don't really have a way to like,
Yeah.
oh, we know how to make ourselves a target.
Make it look vulnerable, you know?
Arthur
It's
looking
Arthur.
vulnerable has to be the hardest
Arthur's
thing
not
I've ever
good.
heard.
Arthur's not good at looking vulnerable. He's 6'7".
I wasn't implying you. I was implying.
Oh, you want me
We
to turn
can't keep
into?
using each other as bait. That's not. This is.
Yes.
You want me to turn into some
Almost
small
died.
woman?
Yes, that'd be a great idea. And then we're like, all right, fuck, he's
So
fucking
as of right now,
snatched
the
up.
plan is for someone to sit in the town square and goes, "Ooh, I'm so scared."
And wouldn't it work though? Wouldn't it work? Wouldn't it work?
It really sucks when it grabs me.
Distraught if a cultist grabbed me. Oh man, I'm not even
It-
paying attention to my
And
surroundings.
wouldn't it work though? Wouldn't it work? That's the-
Arthur just lays face down, ass up in the town center.
Just.
Uh-oh.
Dude, he's probably gonna get robbed by some random pickpocket here. Like,
But not like real shit. It's like, all right, like where do you think they'd be holed up? You know, like they got like a warehouse
I
somewhere.
think we should go
around.
investigate that tree.
Oh shit!
I mean,
What's up, man?
I think we should go investigate that tree.
What tree?
Tree.
Yeah, the crooked tree in the middle of the city. I think that I think Bando might know something about the tree. Maybe he does. I don't know because he's from around here, right?
No.
Not quite
Okay.
from around here. He's just passed through here before.
Yeah.
Okay. Technically, I don't know that he's supposed to meet at the tree, but I do think that's a good first step of observing the town. It's a big fucking tree in the center of it. Maybe it has something to do with everything built around it. Why is everything built around this tree specifically?
okay.
Yeah, look, you guys go towards the tree a little bit if you're leading the way, Asher. There is I will say there is a number of like visages around it. It looks like something may have happened around here where people either went missing, died, etc. There's no
What's a
names.
visage?
Visages like have you ever seen like someone like who maybe died in a car accident? They put like flowers and like a cross where they died.
Okay.
It's kind of like that. There's no like pictures obviously because you can't have like photographs. There's no like missing people signs, but it definitely looks like something happened sometime recently where people gathered to express their sorrows. Maybe of the people that lived here, maybe not of the people that travel through, but
Is there anyone currently around the tree, like examining it?
There's not.
Okay.
From this tree though, you can see there's an inn at the far side. It is just titled The Inn. You've
Can
actually
I-
stayed there before, Bando, passing through here previously. And
Word.
then there's a general store on the other side.
Can I roll like an investigation check on the tree to see if I can find anything out of the ordinary that would make it not a regular tree?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
9.
Yeah, it's a fucking dead tree, man.
Man, can I like magic check the tree?
Yeah, roll an Arcana check for me.
Word. Space cadets. Beep, 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 beep. Fuck. 21.
This tree had its essence sapped from it in some magical way, not anytime recently. It was quite a long time ago. It's been like this for a minute. You can see where like the bark has begun to crack because it's been dead for so long. The roots are starting to like upheave itself. This tree may not even be longed for this town square or this town circle for many more years. So
Can I make a note that I can't find anything and ask Arthur if he wants to take a look because he's better at these sorts of things?
sure,
You can try looking like investigation check.
yeah, they believe you have advantage on those. So
Sick. Well. Okay, not great. even with advantage, that'll total to a 10. I
Yeah,
rolled a
it's
3 and a
it's
6.
a dead tree, man.
Dead as
You-
hell.
You guys feel confident you aren't missing anything about the tree.
Okay. Okay. Damn, we kind of stumped. We really didn't plan this part out, huh?
Well, Arthur has some stuff he can look into. Well, I guess I should do this in character. He'll just go, well, we don't know a lot about the town, but we can either ask around, or I have some people I need to find. I can also ask them if they've seen anything.
I mean, see, well, if you can find us a lead, I'm down for whatever.
I'm looking for this group called the Broken Finger. It's a gang that runs things here. I gotta ask them some questions, so can just add a couple things.
Let's do it.
People are getting kidnapped here. I feel like they would know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, where do you guys want to start your questioning per se? Like I said, yeah, from this it's pretty easy to see like there's not really a lot of shops, but there's like homes, and then there's a general goods store, and there is also an inn.
Fuck it. Let's go walk into the inn.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's do some inn activities.
yeah, Bando, you stayed here the previous night. This is nothing special, not anywhere near as nice as the final ride in. It's literally just a couple rooms. The same dude who was working it the last time is working it this time. This is probably his place. But you guys can approach the desk.
All right, fuck it. Who finna run this up? 'Cause I'm about to be acting stupid if you let me do it.
I'll run a. Can I like run a charisma check or anything to see if he will tell me anything he knows about what's the broken finger?
Yeah.
I
Uh,
did not.
any-
I did not go into the inn.
Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
I'm just gonna, before we go into the inn, I'll look to everyone and say, I'm just gonna hang back for a second and see if I can catch anything that unfolds.
Sure.
And I'm gonna
sure.
I'm gonna just find a nice place to sit. I don't really want to be in a place with people. I feel like that is I'm like realizing that may be one of my weaknesses, and I'm just gonna like perceive outside.
Sure,
for
absolutely.
the time being.
Let's follow Asher real quick. What are you saying to this man? You can't just give me a persuasion check, because whatever you say will indicatively matter.
Yeah. I think I'll begin the conversation like normal, asking about room availability, whatever, and then I will kind of try to dive into. I'll make a joke about how like the Deep Hollow is not like the safest place or something like that, and then I'll say, have you heard of any strange things happening recently, and kind of act naive. To see if he'll mention anything broad.
As soon as you mention openings, like for room availability, he says, "Oh yes, of course, I've got rooms. I've got 3, 5 GP each." Bando, you know that's a fucking lie. You know they're not 5 GP each.
Oh, good.
The last time you passed through here, you paid 5 silver, but he does not remember who you are, and he sees this man in front of him who looks like he's very well kept and rich. So.
Fuck it, bro. We all gotta get our hustle. I'm gonna let it slide.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check for me, Asher.
Arthur looking around. Does this place look as nice as the Horny Tap?
It's definitely a little worse for wear than that.
Yeah, so he's gonna be like, well, he's internally like, this guy's scamming him.
Yeah.
He's like, no way.
I rolled a 20, not natural.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely enough. You look around. You've stayed in some nice inns in your days. This is not fucking 5 gold for a room.
Okay. I'll call him out on it.
Yeah, what do you say to him?
I'll say reason for the price increase. I had a buddy stop by here a couple weeks ago. Total lie. I have no idea that Bando stopped by here. This is just an actual lie.
Yeah, I got you.
I had a buddy come through a couple weeks back, and they were less than a gold.
What
says-
happened?
He says, look. He looks around at your troop and he says, gold and a half for the 3 rooms, okay? I didn't want no trouble. Just making my way.
I'll agree to the gold and a half, and
So you guys have 3 rooms now, and then I'm assuming you also mentioned what you mentioned previously.
So yeah, what I'll say is I'll take the ones for gold and a half. I will buy my room, and Arthur and Ansys' room. King can go fuck himself. And then I'll say, now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, do you know of anything that's been going on around here recently? With any gang?
So I'll either let you make a persuasion check with disadvantage, or you can line this man's pockets.
I was gonna be like, I'm gonna bribe this guy.
Because you assume that he just tried to scam you out of extra gold. He probably likes gold quite a bit.
Okay. Well, if his fucking rooms are half a gold a night, he's not gonna be he's not gonna be fucking upset if I toss him like 5 gold. So I'll pay for the rooms. I'll pay 5 gold, and then I'll ask the question. Just for me, Arthur, and Hansis. King can still go fuck himself. Banda, sorry.
He happily accepts. He says, "Oh, this is very generous of you." Look, I'll give you a word of advice first. Many people that come around here asking questions ought to not be asking them so publicly. This isn't the safest place, and I would like you to know that although I am not affiliated with anyone who would care, people often stay in here, and I can't be losing my head. And he sticks out his hand and kind of gives you a smirk.
My shit's lagging. I shake his hand, and I grab whatever the fuck's in his hand.
He looks at you and says, "Are you a fucking idiot?"
They're just gonna reach over and drop 5 gold in his hand.
Yeah, he pockets the 5 gold and he says, "Someone understands how to do business around here. Look, I'm not sure if you guys are aware." And he looks throughout the tavern. He says, The Broken Fingers had a pretty tight grip on us recently. Thankfully none of the goons are in here right now. They've been doing business with someone out of town that's brought them quite a bit of increased muscle. They're moving something, and there's been someone else dipping their pockets into this city for something. I don't know if you guys passed it on the way in here, but people, not many people that live here, but the people that do keep to themselves pretty heavily, and a lot of them started disappearing recently. We didn't go looking for them. I mean, we decided that it was in our best interest to stay away. But yeah, like I said, the Broken Fingers had quite an investment made into the city recently. They've been stockpiling muscle. They bought a warehouse from the governor down on the southeast side of the city. They've not really been protecting the citizens, but they've been watching closer.
You know anyone in particular that went missing, and where they lived, where they disappeared?
I don't got a family, it's just me that runs this place, but if you go across the circle, talk to a woman named let me come up with a name. Talk to the old woman named Galis. Galis. She's, as far as I know, an ex-con. Had a daughter. She disappeared. But yeah, now she's there by herself. So, not sure how much she'd be willing to tell you. But if you're looking for some answers, maybe go over there.
Got it. Any of Broken Fingers goons tend to stick around out here?
They'll be by at some point. They always do. I don't serve great meals and great ale, but the little bit that I do, they buy up. Usually about every night, there's some groups that come in. Like I said, though, come around asking questions, someone's gonna find out. So.
That's what I'm betting on. I'll be back, and he's gonna stand up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, one thing, he's gonna turn around. The Broken Fingers, they pretty confident? Wear their colors on their sleeve?
He says the guards recently, you can definitely tell who they are, for sure. Not necessarily a symbol, but they look nicer than everyone else. You'd be hard-pressed to find any of them kind of like hiding. You'll cross one eventually.
Got it. He's just gonna walk back out.
Yeah, sure.
Just check on Ansis.
Yeah.
I'll ask him if he found anything interesting.
We can get to that. Are you okay?
Yeah, actually, Ansis, as they exit, before they exit, actually, you have noticed a couple of guards. Not necessarily guards, but they are definitely in like a studded black leather. No symbols, no crest, but they look nicer than what you would think like a night watch for the city would be. One carries a short sword on his hip, the other carries like a shield and like a mace.
Okay.
They look like simple folk, but with higher valued items. So, but you guys may exit the inn now.
Sure. Yeah, I'll look back to Arthur and say, yeah, I'm okay. If you can't tell, I'm just not much of a people person. I did see a couple guards roaming around. Town seems to be pretty quiet otherwise, so I think that if you think we should keep digging around, I think that your best bet is my best bet.
People give
going
these
from here.
guards a wide berth immediately. If you point out the direction they went, Arthur, you look down there and people are avoiding them, stepping into their homes. They don't want any trouble with them. So
I'll probably have a word with some people like that, but we got a lead. He's just gonna look back and wait for the other two to come out.
yeah, he didn't give you a specific home, but he said it was across the square. So you assume that it's one of the ones next to the general store.
Did he give us our rooms?
Yeah, you guys have the rooms for the day, for at least the night, and the day.
Okay.
There's 3 rooms, so whoever wants to bunk with whomever, or not. But...
Actually, he gave us 2 rooms.
No, 3.
No,
Three.
we paid for 2.
You only paid a
Okay,
gold?
3.
Okay, so then if someone wants to buy the 3rd. Okay, yeah, it's 5 silver.
Yeah.
Just for not letting me know I'm getting scammed. You're getting scammed.
Bro, he got to make his hustle somehow, bro. What you worried about that 5 silver for?
You
Broke ass.
already made plenty of money off of us for informing
Okay.
us.
Fuck ass. Talking about. Oh, nigga, I ain't trying to pay that 10 cent. Fuck you,
I'll buy your entire life belongings right now.
nigga, and I will burn you and your whole family. Don't do this.
That's a jump.
The last time we had a fight, I believe I saved your ass when you missed 2 punches in a row and slipped.
Yeah.
and fell.
You ain't saved shit. You
Right.
spawned some fucking kaijus, and they were doing all the work for you.
Right. What did you spawn? You
Nigga,
spawned the
the fuck
ground.
did you do?
the ground
The fuck
next
did
to
you
your
do?
feet.
The fuck did you do, bro?
Remember that,
You was
remember that.
you was over here like, damn.
Hey,
You were saying,
Jake.
hey, hyena nigga, hey, go
Hey,
do some shit.
maybe you
Hey,
missed
hey,
it.
hey.
Maybe you missed it when you were on the ground and couldn't fucking see because you slipped.
Maybe
and
you
fell.
missed it when you
Did
were
you
damn
see
near on
the
fire.
magical
You
fucking
damn near
laser?
blew up.
Did you see the
damn near blew
magical
up. You were
laser?
cooked. You were cooked, bro. Literally,
Did you see the laser
Literally.
kill the wolf?
bro. You got burnt into a kebab. bro.
Oh yeah, after I disguised
This will turn
myself,
out all of
we
the
got-
lanterns in the room.
Yeah.
It's dark.
You didn't do shit.
to save the
You didn't do
cultists.
shit either. Fuck you.
He says in the dark.
You sat by the tree.
In
You
there,
sat by
just
the
what
tree
you doing in there?
in your little fucking shell, and watched me get all the
What
information
the fuck
for
you doing, bro? With your damn dapper ass fit on, nigga?
Uh.
Go back to your house with your money. Oh wait, or did you get kicked out, nigga? You can't get no daddy's money no more. Fuck out of here.
I didn't get
Fuck
kicked
out of
out.
here. Fuck out of here. You're
Where's
not
your
him.
family?
I am.
You have a family?
Man, I ain't worried about them niggas. Fuck
Oh, okay.
I'm
so you're
him.
projecting. You're projecting.
Demetrius.
We can
Stop
do it
it.
right now.
We can go right now. You're cooked.
You're fucked.
You're
You're
cooked.
fucked. You want a reroll? Dude, I'll give you a reroll tonight.
Bro, look, we can have our DM do a fucking player battle right now and have that nigga
Dude,
mad as hell.
PvP in D&D is so scuffed.
It's up to you guys if you want to attack each other. If this is an in-player
So-
interaction or an
so-
in-character interaction.
No, this is in character. You want to go
No.
fucking band for band?
Say
right
it,
now.
man, damn. Look, I'll set it off right now.
Can
I'll do this.
DM, can
Oh,
Arthur
dude, this-
come in there? Who is standing closest to the door?
I would say Asher probably walks out last. So
Okay, so if that's the case, I think Arthur's just gonna... He's gonna put... Actually, you know what? 1 or 2.
me or Asher?
Asher.
2.
Flip a coin.
That's,
Alright, he's gonna walk over, and he's gonna try to put Bando on strike, then just a headlock to pull him away. Just be like, alright.
Whoa. Hey.
Actually, not headlock, just like a full Nelson, just to be like, okay, here we go, alright. Let's focus on...
Bro, look, I don't want to try to get out of it, obviously. Hold on.
Yeah, contested.
Alright, do I roll athletics then?
Yeah, it'd be a contested athletics, I believe.
What did you get, bro?
The total for me is 23.
I got a 24. Suck my dick.
Woo!
Dang.
He slips out, although it's not easy. He slips out. But you did. I will say you dragged him away from, like right next to Asher, to like 5-10 feet away. Like backed him out. So.
Hey, people's lives are in danger. Let's focus.
No, focus on these hands. Fuck are you talking about? Well, Bumbleclot over here talking all his good shit. I throw fucking. Oh, I damn near threw a smoke bomb on his fucking forehead. But let me chill out.
are you chill
No,
out?
I'm not gonna-
Are you
We're
chill
chilling.
out?
We're chilling.
Okay.
Okay. I will say the raised voices.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was like, did we cause any like ruckus?
One of the dark leathered men walks over and says, "Hey, the fuck's going on over here?" And he is analyzing each of you very closely right now.
Say, man, that ain't got nothing to do with you.
He says, "Ain't that got nothing to do with me?"
Yeah.
He pulls a short sword and says, "Everything in this fucking town has something to do with us."
Bro, don't do this shit. I'm gonna take a rip. I'm gonna blow it in his fucking face.
I need you to just make a general charisma check. Just roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Oh boy, I wasn't gonna do something, but I'm like, you know what?
Me.
No, I'm gonna let him cook.
Yes, I'll take it, bro. 16.
He shut the fuck up.
Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? I ain't gonna shut up. Ooh, we have a problem. We can discuss it.
He says, "We don't discuss around here. You keep quiet."
Okay, bro. Whatever, bro. Whatever. I'll keep quiet whenever I feel like it's fine. Fucking goofy eye.
I should have stepped in by this point, but I'm letting him go.
Let me do something real quick.
I'm walking away.
I'm bowing up. I'm bowing up to his ass too.
I
You're
saw-
going to like essentially the mafia and being like, what, like.
Well, we
I,
needed the lead. We needed
I'm
the lead.
walking. I'm
You already
walking
have the
back.
lead.
Nah, bro. I am the lead. Fuck you.
I'm walking back
I
to the
am
room
the
at this
lead.
point.
He takes stock around him, and it's just you guys can only see these two in the courtyard. He says, he puts his sword away, and he says, the next time I fucking see you, if we have any more of this kind of outburst, it'll be a lot bigger of a fucking problem. From not just me and him. Alright? Now shut the fuck up. Get back to what you're doing. He says, off with you. And he begins to walk a different direction without furthering the altercation in this moment.
Whatever, bro.
He's just putting up a hand just to be like, just let it be for now.
I ain't tripping about that bump car ass nigga. Bye.
Yeah. Arthur's gonna go across the street now. He's just like, ugh.
Yeah. If you guys are looking for Gaelus's house, you guys are more than welcome to knock on like the two houses that are over there and see.
Arthur will attempt to.
Yeah. No one answers one of the houses. And then the other house, you hear an older woman speak. Go away.
Sorry. This is Galus, right?
She says, what the fuck does it mean to you?
We're here to talk to you about your daughter.
The fuck you are? I asked so many goddamn people to come. She comes to the door now. I asked fucking too many people around here to look for her, and no one said anything. And then now some 6'8" dog fucking city slicker over here comes asking for my daughter now? Huh?
Yeah, we heard that she disappeared.
You're fucking right she did, and I know those fucking broken finger fucks had something to do with it.
Oh, we're cooked.
They actually turn around and see, I'm assuming just Arthur talking to her, and they kind of put their hands up, flip them off, but they're explicitly not coming over.
Yeah, I think she probably does this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you can, anything that you know about where she was, what happened, who may have done it, it'd be a help.
It's a pretty low DC, make a persuasion check for me.
Oh boy.
Because she does want to find her daughter, and obviously you have information, so.
Okay, 10, because I rolled an 11 minus 1.
Yeah, she'll say, the rest of your troop needs to stay outside, but you can come in, we can talk, okay?
Fine by me.
Okay. Yeah, she welcomes you in. Her house is very simple. She's smoking something in there, probably just tobacco. It's pretty dense in there. Kind of a hoarder. Not necessarily the cleanest woman you've ever seen. Thin gray hair, kind of overweight. She's in the process of rolling what looks like another cigarette. She's got like books stacked up next to her and like a cup of coffee. She says, look, no one came looking. I'm sorry to be so fucking rude. You live a life like mine. Look, I was trying to just find a quiet place for me to live after being so exiled from so many places whenever I was younger. Obviously, this isn't a great place to raise a daughter. But the fact that no one came looking whenever she disappeared. Look, I don't know 100% that it was the broken finger. But they've gotten so much bigger recently from all the gold coming from elsewhere. That they've gotten so many hands, they're being so watchful, they're making sure we're quiet, we're not speaking to each other. It's gotta fucking be them. I just know it, I can feel it.
I wouldn't put it past them. I don't know too much about them, but they could definitely be working with someone, or this could be their idea. But what could you tell me about the night she disappeared? Or was it even the night?
She said, I actually sent her to get what would be, and this is a kind of a term I don't really know how to describe. It's not necessarily like a place where you get clothes washed, but you get them like repaired, like a tailor. That's what it's called.
Okay.
She says, I had a couple things getting repaired in the southeastern part of the city. It's a small shop. It's a friend. His name's Willis. Good tailor. She went to go pick up a few things and she just never returned. It was maybe mid-afternoon whenever she disappeared, I assume, because I sent her about noon.
See.
She goes, "Oh, this was maybe a week and a half ago at this point."
He's just writing this down in a journal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She goes, I really don't know a ton. Um, Everyone knows to avoid that part of the city though, because of the warehouse they bought up. But that's really about it right now. We've all kept pretty quiet. Those who live here, we're scared.
I understand. I was told, now don't take anything wrong by this, but you're an ex-con, right?
Says, yeah, yeah. Most people that fucking live here are.
Any hiding places here? Any places, anything underground, places where they gather? Or is it very above board for the most part?
Yeah, look, this whole town's kind of a hiding spot. The Kazal Empire doesn't really get out here, this far east. They're spending so much of their resources protecting the northern border that we kind of just live by.
I understand. Well, Galus, I promise I will do all that I can to find your daughter. And whoever else has disappeared.
She looks genuinely surprised. This is probably the nicest thing that anyone has ever done for her, other than her daughter. She says, "Sir, you mean that?"
Mm-hmm. He kind of just, as he's like kind of closing up his journal and putting it away.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad someone's fucking around here doing something. She like the cigarette that she got done rolling. She goes, "For you."
He'll take it, but he won't light it yet.
Yeah, sure. You kind of like tuck it behind your ear or something, and
yeah.
She doesn't have anything else really to say. She goes, "Well, fuck, I wish you the best. Thank you."
Appreciate it. Hey, and I'll give him one for you. And he kind of like holds up a fist as he walks out.
Yeah. He says, "Damn fucking right. If I wasn't so goddamn old these days, these knees could walk a little better, I'd be out there myself."
I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
Gonna...
She lets you go though.
He's gonna close the door behind him, walk a few paces closer to everyone, and then just start coughing. It's like,
yeah, it was dense in that room. 100%. But yeah, the information that you have been given, the time where we're at, I would say this is either a good stopping point unless everyone wants to continue. I would say this is
all I have is I want Arthur to just say a few things before we end.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's just going to relay the information he learned about the tailor, and just we could go there, but also I'd like to say that if they just bought a warehouse, that'd be a good place to store a bunch of people.
Yeah, well, the warehouse is probably gonna be the best place to check out first, just to make sure if anybody's there, we can take them out.
And the warehouse is in this city, yeah.
Yeah, it is in this city, the southeast portion of the city, and you know that the tailor is in the same direction, and you know his name is Willis. You didn't catch a name of the shop. You assume most people that own a business around here don't really have a name for their shops, as the inn was just the inn because it's the only one in town.
Okay. Well, we could go to the warehouse first, but I feel like we're gonna get into a confrontation there. I'd like to stop by the tailor when we get a chance, just to see what he knows, and then obviously, I think the warehouse is where we're going next. But we could also wait till night and question some individuals.
Who do you have in mind?
He's gonna kind of like jut his head over to one of the directions of like the guards.
Okay. Let's see where your head's at, Amanda.
All right. With the path a little uncertain ahead of you guys, there's one last thing I'd like to point out about this city is that people are definitely taking a wide berth from these guards, and also the guards seem to be doing whatever the fuck they want. You see them kind of like go up to a person's house and just open the door if it's unlocked. They seem to have free reign right now. So
Interesting.
I'll mention back to Arthur really quick. I'll be like, I would like one night in this city. I think that I can do my best work then. So I think if you want to question certain individuals or do something tactically in the evening, I think that I would definitely be down for that.
Works for me.
Because it's daytime now. Yes.
yeah, it's about mid morning.
Cloudy.
yeah.
But it's still daytime and shit.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, because I have a feeling like we didn't see this place when it was nighttime, but if you said that it like kind of more weird shit happens at night, I have some ideas.
I would just assume, given the nature of
Yeah.
this place, but since they're all so brazen, maybe not.
Yeah,
Sure.
that is fair. They are out in fucking droves, so I think they'd be okay. And we'd be okay finding them in the fucking day too. But we have
Fair enough.
Batman over. We have Batman over here. And we can't do that.
I'm Arthur.
He definitely needs a name. He hasn't thought of like a vigilante name. He's
Yeah.
just Arthur.
But
His
yeah,
only nickname is Art. Like,
but yeah, that's gonna be the end of the session. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream real quick, and then
Yo,
we can
me too.
kind of
Appreciate y'all coming through.
Yep.
Next
Big